It's time for Yankton Bucks football on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube. Brought to you by our corporate sponsor, First Dakota National Bank of Yankton, and the following Sportscaster Club members: Midwest Insurance Agency, Murph's Appliance, Yankton Thrive, Stockman's Motorsports, Les Schwab Tires, MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency, Linda's Angel Crossing, Hy-Vee, Boss's Pizza and Chicken, Vichet, Elwood Dental, Raven Books, Floortech Cleaning and Restoration, Angela's Mexican Store, Yankton Rexall, KFC Taco Bell, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Dragonfly, Slumberland, Larry's Heating and Cooling, America's Best Realty, Larson Carpet, Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, Kaiser Heating and Cooling, Yankton Medical Clinic, All Seasons Power Sports, Wentz and Ray Funeral Home and Cremation Service, JR's Oasis, Intech Cleaning and Restoration, The Bone Setter, Kalen's Indoor Comfort, Triple Time Rudy's, Farmers Union Insurance, Meridian Photo, Ram Tire, Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts Yankton, and H&H Roofing. Now to the field with the voice of Bucks football, Zach Spear.
Hello and welcome to Crane Youngworth Field in Yankton, South Dakota. All Yankton athletics on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube, presented by First Dakota National Bank of Yankton. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers for over 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey with 2 locations, downtown and North Broadway, Yankton. It's finally here, the playoffs, what all the teams fight so hard for: a chance for postseason play and a possible championship. Tonight, the number 1 seeded Bucks host the number 8 seeded Spearfish Spartans. Yankton wrapped up their regular season with a 7-2 record, while the Spartans finished with a 5-4 record. The Bucks only lost to one team in AA, that was Sturgis, with their other loss coming against Harrisburg from AAA. All of the losses for Spearfish were against AA teams and against arguably 4 of the top 5 teams in the class, being Huron, Pierre, Sturgis, and T area. Let's see how the numbers match up between these two. Yankton's offense scoring 33.3 points per game. That is the most in AA by 3.7 points per game. Spearfish, though, scores a good amount as well, just shy of 26 points per game, which is the 5th most in AA. Points allowed, Yankton allows 20.1 points per game. That is 6th in AA. And for Spearfish, they allow 17 points per game only, which is good for 5th in AA. Yankton's average game, they win by 13.2 points. Spearfish wins by an average of 8.8 points. It's win or go home. This is where you leave it all out on the field. By the numbers, these teams should be evenly matched up, with Yankton scoring more points per game, but also allowing more points per game. As you'll hear later in the interview with Coach Muth, defense wins championships, and this game could very well just come down to whose defense plays the better game. Right now, Yankton's defense hot to the touch, only allowing 7 points per game across their last 3 games. For Spearfish, they've given up about 21 points per game in their last 3, and Yankton's offense certainly is not going to be an easy matchup. Against opponents that both of these teams faced, Yankton went 6-1, while Spearfish went 3-4. Of course, doesn't matter too much. It all just comes down to who's going to play better tonight. We should be in for a great game. Again, Yankton is the number 1 seed in AA and will host next week should they win. For Spearfish, as the number 8 seed, they would continue on the road again if they come out on top. Loser is done for the year. Winner of this one takes on the winner of Watertown and Sturgis. That game plays at 7. Of course, we'll keep you updated on that. It's time for last week's highlights, brought to you by Larson Carpet, the best flooring for your space, lifestyle, and budget. Let's take a listen and watch those live now. 6-yard line. 30 yards gained is behind the line of scrimmage. The Bucks are going to send that one nowhere. Trenches here. 2nd and 6 here. Taking the snap. A direct quarterback run. Stuffed. Madden McQuaid. A great play. Fine. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's a handoff. Jason Lachek reverses right back up the middle. Dives into the end zone. What do you think they're doing here? Strong setup. Direct snap here. Tegan LaCroix tries to follow his blocks. Dives it in. Touchdown. Colonel's offense. Hazing will hand it off backwards and behind the line of scrimmage, driven down. They'll fake the handoff. They'll look to throw it up the middle. Picked off into the hands of Cale Hazelhorse. He's got a shot at a return across the 20 to the 10. Follows his blockers. Touchdown. Gavin Johnson showed a sign of blitz there. It's a halfback toss to Caden Allen. Allen thrown down behind the line of scrimmage of the season. Two receivers on each side here. Bestie will drop back, loads up, puts some air under it. That one a perfect throw, caught. Hazelhorse brings it in for 6. Haven't scored in this game yet. Hazing out of the shotgun, an option, flips it out, ball's on the ground. It'll be scooped up by Yankton. Jacob Bivens. Yankton first and goal on their own Mitchell's 5-yard line. Hides this, goes into motion. Sidlacek wants another touchdown. He'll push it in. Must have fallen forward in that pile. 3rd and 4 situation here. A strong eye formation as they'll fake the handoff. Throw it. Hazelhorse. Interception. Receiver on each side puts his guy into motion. Hands it off. Easton Feeser up the middle. Got a hole. Finds a seam into the end zone. So essentially our last play was that Brady Hazing 4-yard run, which puts him at a net gain of 1 yard lost on the carries. Hazing thrown down behind the line of scrimmage. 9. Hazing will be forced to pass. Has some pressure, but it's a design screen. That one caught into the hands of Bessler. Ball's on the ground. Yankton's got the recovery. Again, those were last week's highlights as the Bucks came out on top 40-7 over the Mitchell Colonels, brought to you by Larson Carpet. Ahead of this matchup, I did get a chance to talk with both head coaches. As always, it's Tom Teason for the Spearfish Spartans. As always, Coach Muth of the Bucks, and it's always exciting to talk with them come playoff time. As you can tell, there's just a little bit extra excitement with those coaches because it's win or go home. When we return, we'll start with that chat with Tom Teason of the Spartans right here on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube.
Hi, I'm Franny Kiefer with the Yankton School District Alumni Association. We strive to create a community of alumni and friends who support extracurricular and educational opportunities in the Yankton School District. Through scholarships, grants, innovative education opportunities, and staff appreciation. With us, you will keep connected to a community of Yankton School District alumni and friends all over. You can help continue to pay it forward and help future graduates. Register today at the Yankton School District Alumni Association website.
Your local KFC Taco Bell at 2504 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton offers 2 menus combined into one. Something for everyone at KFC Taco Bell. When your family's hungry and can't decide between crispy chicken and mashed potatoes or tacos, burritos, and protein bowls, well, you don't have to choose. Get the best of both worlds in one stop. Cool down with the legendary Baja Blast Freeze or heat things up with a variety of hot sauces. KFC Taco Bell Yankton. Why pick one when you can have both?
Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team specializing in all things heating and cooling, as well as heat and glow gas, wood, and electric fireplaces, humidifiers and dehumidifiers, and all styles of ductless mini-split systems. Whether you are building or remodeling, our team of innovative experts will get you the correct equipment and indoor air quality accessories you need for your home or business. Remember, Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team for all things heating and cooling for the past 77 years. Go Bucks and Gazelles.
Looking for a photo that actually looks like you, but better? At Meridian Photo, we specialize in capturing personality, not just poses. Whether it's headshots, high school seniors, family sessions, or team and individual sports photos, we'll make you look like a legend. We've just landed in the Meridian District of Yankton. Book your session today at meridian-photo.com or give us a call at 605-655-4598. Meridian Photo. Be you. You deserve it.
Hello and welcome to our Coaches Conversations. Now joining on the line is Spearfish Spartans head coach Tom Teason. Coach, how are you doing today?
Doing well. Excited to get some football in.
And playoff football. Could you tell me about what kind of a season you've had so far?
You know, we've had kind of the same season that all AA have had. You know, very competitive, a lot of parity, you know, across the AA landscape. And, you know, we've had some games that we've played well and come away with a win, and some games that we wish we would have played better and didn't come out on top. So, you know, our guys are excited, back to healthy and ready to go.
And looking at your team, they certainly can score points. What has been the strength of your offense?
You know, we've got a ton of athletes out on the field, but they don't get to show any of that with out without having our guys up front. So we've been very blessed with one of the best O-lines that I've had in a long time, and they really get after it. We've got a couple injuries that are slowing us down. Last week we had, 2 injuries and a guy out for other reasons that kind of hampered our run game a little bit, but we had guys step up, and really our offensive line anchored with Asher Peel at tackle, Sam Marcus at tackle, Skylar Bryant at guard, Easton Walters at guard, and Zaya Torpy at center has really done a lot of good work for us this year.
And you talk about the offensive line. Does that then translate to the defensive line, or what's the strength of that side of the ball?
Absolutely. Again, it all starts up front. In the past we've had a lot of good athletes around the ball, but we haven't been able to stop the downhill run as much. So being big up front, being able to rotate guys in and keep them fresh on the D-line has been huge for us to let a lot of our playmakers fly around the field. Now,
coming up, you travel to take on the Yankton Bucks. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
Again, just like any AA on paper, we're a great matchup. I think, both of our styles of offenses and defenses really mesh well together to create a great game. So, it's going to be one of those things where I think the team that limits mistakes and creates big plays is going to end up coming out on top.
And who are some of the players on your team that we should be expecting to make big plays?
We've got Cade Vavruska. He's always a threat receiving the ball for us. Carson Sire is a great threat receiving the ball. We've got a two-headed monster running the ball for us, and Thomas Hughes at quarterback, and Mick Bosch and Graham Hughes both rotating in at running back. So those are all some of the weapons that we like to use, and we move Jack Coat around a little bit to get him the ball in space as well.
Now, one thing is that you and the Bucks have not matched up this season. Take me through how you get ready for a team that you haven't seen yet.
The good thing is it's at the end of the season, so we've got plenty of film. Usually what we kind of do is we try to find teams that play a similar style, offense or defense, to us, and really watch those games closely, see how they adjust, how they adjust formations and et cetera. And then, you really just kind of rely on the stuff that you've been doing all year that got you to this point to hopefully continue to serve you well.
And what are just a couple things you'd really like to see your team do well in this one?
We got to sustain drives. We're a team that can score fast and score on big plays, but we also, in order to give ourselves the best chance in this one, we got to sustain some drives and have long drives where we're taking time off the clock and keeping Yankton's explosive offense off the field.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time. We should be in for a great matchup. We'll see you in Yankton shortly.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Again, that was head coach Tom Teason of the Spearfish Spartans on our Coaches Conversations. When we return, our chat with Coach Muth of the Bucks on Classic Hits 106.3 in Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Looking to buy a home or maybe sell? Trust the name that puts you first. America's Best Realty. From your first showing to the final signature, their expert agents guide you every step of the way. Fast closings, top market value, and real service you can count on. Your dream home, they will find it. Selling fast, they will make it happen. Call America's Best Realty at 605-260-1600. America's Best Realty, because you deserve the best.
Larson Carpet has all your flooring needs. Step into their showroom to see a wide selection of all types of flooring. They have soft and luxurious carpet that's sure to bring comfort to your home. Stylized tile to make any room pop. Different color options of hardwood to make matching easy. And convenient vinyl plank for when spills happen. Of course, with the best customer service in the area. Their knowledgeable staff will make sure to answer any questions you might have. Larson Carpet, 212 Walnut.
Do you realize what your Yankton Hy-Vee has to offer? Aisles online, delivery, catering, fresh floral and bakery departments, pharmacy with drive-up and online prescription refills, Hy-Vee Health Market, dietitian service, fresh seafood department, U.S. Postal Substation, take and bake for breakfast, and family meal deals. Yes, all that and more is at your Yankton Hy-Vee, located on the corner of 21st Street and Broadway Avenue in Yankton.
Dive into the delicious all-you-can-eat Asian buffet. featuring mouth-watering Asian cuisine like broccoli beef, General Chicken, sesame chicken, so much more. Or choose from a fresh selection of meats, noodles, rice, vegetables, Asian-inspired sauces, and watch them sizzle on the Mongolian grill. Plus tantalizing desserts, including ice cream. Get your fill at King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, North Broadway, Yankton.
Back on our coaches' conversations, now chatting with Yankton Bucks head coach Brady Muth. Coach, we're into the playoffs now, but let's chat about your regular season finale, which saw you defeating the Mitchell Colonels 40-7. You had mentioned it's not just about winning, but about how you win. I'd assume you're happy with how that game went.
Yeah, I think, we ran the ball effectively. Field position that field position was the story of the game, and so yardage output wasn't overly high, but effective running was the name of the game. And I thought Jace did a really good job running the ball. I thought our guys up front did a very good job of running the ball. Allowed us to take some shots when we wanted to and when we felt necessary. But physical play leading into the playoffs is what we're aiming for, and I think we're starting to get there.
And you mentioned the run game. Jason Logic really felt like he had an impressive game, just being a patient runner, and really you saw that from him against Mitchell. A lot of that having that hand on the back of your lead blocker.
Yeah, and Jace does a really good job of keeping his feet moving. That's one reason why he does have the success he has running the football. He just constantly keeps his feet moving and keeps balance and tries really hard not to end up down on the ground. And so really love the way Jace is running the ball right now. We try to tell him when you're tired, get off the field, but he's got a pretty deep tank and he's a pretty tough kid. And so keeping the rock in his hands has been really good for us this season.
Well, we've mentioned it a few times. You and I have already talked about this multiple times, but if the defense keeps playing like this, we're going to keep talking about them. They've really dialed it in. How do you try and keep them playing at a high level against high-level opponents here?
Aggressive play. Aggressive play and confidence in what's going on out on the field. I think Coach Olson has done a really good job in really settling in as far as who we are defensively. You've seen that in the last 3 games especially, where they've really played really, really good football on the defensive side of the ball. And so, and the other thing too is I think we're tackling better. We're going to have to tackle better still this game, next game out. But, I think looking at it and how things are shaping out, I'm really happy with the physicality of the way our defense is playing.
Now on to the quarterfinals here. You host the Spearfish Spartans. It's one of the few AA teams you didn't play earlier in the year. Your thoughts on this one?
It's going to be a tough game. It's a 12-round fight. Spearfish does not stop. We haven't played them for a couple years, and in the years that we have played them, no matter the situation, no matter the score, they don't stop. And I can tell you right now that they don't care about that number 8 ranking, and they certainly don't care about our number 1 ranking. This is a football game that they're going to come out and try to push us around and bully us. And we have to be ready for the physical nature of this football game. This game isn't going to be won by X's and O's. It's going to be won by who's the most physical.
Who are some of the players on their team that you're looking to keep an eye on?
Well, everything starts with their quarterback. Number 9 he runs the ball well, he throws the ball well, and they have a fairly sophisticated RPO game. They run their RPO the way that they should do it. And he's just a ball player. He gets the ball out in space and gets it like a point guard would to the people that are going to be able to score for him. And so from that sense, he's a real problem because he does a lot of things for him. He does it well. Their running back, number 33, is a really, really good player. On offense and on defense, number 11 is a really good player. He plays a number 2 receiver for him, and he's a big body. All of their skill guys a lot of them are up over 6'3", and so these guys are all, big-bodied athletes that can run. And so it's going to be a challenge matching up with those guys because they put you in one-on-one situations, and we've got to be able to compete.
And what has the attitude of this team been like, and how have the practices been going, knowing it's now win or go home?
Yeah, really good practices. I think we learned a really good lesson. The last time we had some success, some team success, and we were feeling really good about ourselves, we made a trip out west, and we got humbled very quickly. And I don't want to take anything away from Sturgis. They earned that win, but we definitely did not play our best football. And we've learned that lesson. It's a completely different mindset. There's not been one person that has taken one rep off this week, and that's on the practice field or in the weight room. Everybody is dialed in. They understand what they have in their hands, and they understand what they need to do to get across the finish line, and that's the goal right now. We're not overlooking anybody. It's one step at a time, and they have things that they want to accomplish too. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily going out and defending anything. We're not going out to defend anything. We're going out to attack and to win a football game, and that's their mindset right now.
Well, Coach, I look forward to seeing the team in the first round of the playoffs. Go Bucks.
Thanks a lot. Go Bucks.
Again, that was head coach Brady Muth of the Yankton Bucks on our Coaches Conversations. So much to come, including national anthem, starting lineups, kickoff, and more. All on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Weather around here gets pretty crazy. Are you sure the weather hasn't caused damage to your roof? Let Justice at H&H Roofing in Yankton take any roof damage worries away. He'll come and inspect your roof. Even if you've had an inspection, get a second opinion or re-inspection for your peace of mind. H&H Roofing has built their reputation on working to satisfy homeowners for years. Family owned and operated. H&H Roofing is bonded and insured. Contact Justice today.
Do you like to read? I love to read. So does Rabin Books, your unique bookstore in Yankton, where you'll find thousands of books from brand new to gently used oldies but goodies, all at unbeatable prices. Trade in your old favorites for credit and be able to explore something new. Whether you're a casual reader or a bookworm, Rabin Books is your next chapter, located at 804 Bill Baggs Road. Rabin Books, where every book finds a home.
If you're into hunting, fishing, towing, or just want to blaze the trail, All Seasons has ATVs, UTVs, dirt bikes, and scooters from quality brands like Honda, Yamaha, and CF Moto. Needing watercraft? All Seasons has a large selection of quality boats and wave runners, and we take pride in service after the sale. We have friendly certified technicians that will winterize, summarize, diagnose, and repair your power sports equipment. In business for over 20 years for good reasons. We're All Seasons, Power Sports and Marine in Yankton.
From simple sniffles to complex health conditions, the primary care providers at Yankton Medical Clinic will not only see you for your annual visits, screenings, and preventative care, but also provides care for the entire family, from pediatrics to adults. With 4 clinic locations and 15 outreach locations throughout South Dakota and Nebraska, compassionate, quality medical care is closer than you think. For more information on providers, services, and locations, visit our website, yanktonmedicalclinic.com.
And welcome back to Crane Youngworth Field as we inch closer and closer to kickoff with the Bucks hosting the Spearfish Spartans. This is the state quarterfinals. Winner of this game advances to the semifinals, and they'll play the winner of the game played between Sturgis Brown and Watertown. 2 teams, Yankton played each of them. They lost to Sturgis Brown, defeated Watertown. Yankton on the field in their red home jerseys, white pants, and the jerseys trimmed out in white. For the Spearfish Spartans in their all-white jersey and pants, trimmed out in a brownish-reddish color. And it's time for your national anthem here on the field. Coming up, your starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Yankton High School Band.
And again, you just heard the national anthem played by the Yankton High School pep band, here on the field. TJ, it's playoff time here for the Bucks As I mentioned earlier, it's kind of the time you work all season long for. Now it's time to put it all out onto the field. How do you come out with just the right amount of energy? Not too much where you're making mistakes, but enough so that you're maybe playing a little bit more physical than the opponent.
Well, just the nature of the playoffs brings the energy out, right? So last several games we've seen them come out and make quite a few mistakes right away in the first opening minutes of the game. Hopefully that's not the case tonight. Hopefully we've got our jitters out, but we could see some just to start off.
And Yankton coming off a big victory against Mitchell. It was 40-7, your stats from last week's game. Only 3 penalties against Yankton. That is a season low for 15 yards. Jay Sedlacek, 16 carries for 87 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tate Bestie, 2 carries for 15 yards. Easton Fieser had 4 rushes for 15 yards and a touchdown. Edley Amaro got it once. It went 5 yards. Tegan LaCroix, 1 rushing attempt for 2 yards, and that went in for a touchdown. And Jolton Reimnitz-Hahn with 3 carries, no yards. Throwing the football, Tate Bestie didn't have to do too much, but 5 of 13, 79 yards, 1 touchdown. Catching the football, Cale Hazelhorst, 1 catch, 25 yards and a touchdown. Carter Boomsman with 2 receptions, 31 yards. Abel Bryan, 1 catch for 12 yards, and Talon Kenny, 1 reception for 11 yards. On the defensive side, it was a great game for Cale Hazelhorst. 2 interceptions, 1 he took back for 6. Jacob Bivens with a fumble recovery. And then, well, we have a fumble recovery. We don't have someone to attribute it to because it was a dog pile of Yankton Bucks who dropped on it. So there was 2 fumble recoveries. Just not really sure who to even necessarily credit that one to. For Yankton, again, coming off that big win, they find themselves back on top of the polls. And we'll look at the full South Dakota Media Prep poll. Yankton in first, bumped up from second. Pierre moved up from third to second. Huron dropped to third from first. Brookings, who was receiving votes, now in fourth. And Watertown, who was receiving votes, in fifth. Also receiving votes on the Media Prep poll, Sturgis, T-Area, and Spearfish. For the South Dakota Power 5 poll, a little different, but Yankton as number 1 after being number 2 last week. Huron fell from 1 to 2. Pierre TF Riggs stayed the same at the 3 spot. T-Area 4th, that's where they were. And Sturgis Brown, who was previously not ranked, now in 5th. Also receiving votes on the South Dakota Power 5 poll, Watertown, Brookings, and Spearfish. Here on the field, it is time for your starting lineups brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling of Yankton and Vermilion. For all your heating and cooling needs, it's Larry's Heating and Cooling, anytime, any day. As we always do, the starting offense for the visitors and the starting defense for the home team. The Spearfish offense starts up front with the big guys. At offensive line, we've got number 77, Sam Marcus, 75, Easton Walters, 74, Skylar Bryant, 71, Asher Peel, and number 55, Zaya Torpy. The running back for the Spartans is number 25, Graham Hughes. The receivers are made up of number 5, Carson Sire, Jack Coet, number 11, Cade Vavruska, and number 24, Liam Getz. The offense of Spearfish is headed by number 9, quarterback Thomas Hughes. Time for your starting lineup for your Yankton Bucks defense. At the strong safety, it's number 16, Tegan LaCroix. Along with him at free safety, number 14, Cale Hazelhorst. The cornerback duo made up of number 1, Carter Boomsma, number 15, Miles Drotzman. The inside linebacker duo, number 33, Chase Platt, the leader on the team for tackles this season, and number 3, Easton Fieser. The defensive ends are number 9, Talon Kenny, and number 11, Edley Amaro Jr., who's your leader in tackles for loss at 14.5. At nose tackle is number 64, Drace Gaskins. D-tackle, number 94, William Guzmanugovsky. And as the rover defender for the Bucks, it's number 21, Gavin Johnson. Again, those are your starting lineups brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling of Yankton and Vermilion. TJ, we are moments away from game time. We talked about the energy, trying to keep it dialed back. But one thing is Yankton's defense has been lights out as of lately. The offense may be struggling to get it clicking at full speed. How do you try and get that offense moving right out of the gates?
Well, tonight I think you might see Coach Muth, if they win the toss, take the ball first and get that offense out there and get them going right away.
So the captains meet out on the field here. Again, Yankton in their home red jerseys, trimmed out in white with white pants. Spearfish on the other side wearing all-white jersey and pants. For Yankton, the captains are Tate Bestie, Owen Eidsness, Peyton Eustace, Cale Hazelhorst, and Easton Fieser. as the visiting team, Spearfish, will have the honors of getting to call the coin toss. And as TJ mentioned, don't be surprised if Yankton ends up winning this toss. It wouldn't be shocking to see them take or elect to receive the football first, as we have the sunshine finally behind the trees. That was something you and I had talked about, TJ, and I was thinking, had that sun still been shining over on the west side, you just want to play it where you're not looking into that sun.
That's right. That's a hard start to the game when you can't see the ball to receive it.
And there's the coin toss. No signal yet here. And it looks like Yankton won it, but not sure, as the head umpire chatting with both teams here as we await the call here. Yankton won the toss, but they have deferred, so we'll see their defense out on the field first. Spearfish, their offense, the first opportunity at a score here, as it is nearly game time here at Crane Youngworth Field. We are in for a great game, and it should be exciting. A couple of the key defenders for Yankton to keep an eye out for. As I mentioned, Chase Platt leads the way with the most tackles on the team. He's got 58 total tackles. Cale Hazelhorst in the secondary, an absolute ball hawk. He's also got 22 solo tackles, 6 interceptions, which leads his team, 8 pass breakups, which also leads the team, and he leads the team in defensive touchdowns with 3. Edley Amaro Jr., the final player I want to point out on this defense to keep an eye out for, has a couple of sacks on the year and 14 and a half tackles for loss. A force to be reckoned with, as now Yankton steps out onto the field. The Spartans set to receive this one. For Yankton, booting it away will be Liam Villanueva, as he's done all season long. The returners for the Spartans, number 5, Carson Sire, and number 9, Thomas Hughes. One thing I mentioned, TJ, the return man is also the starting quarterback, so you know he's going to be an athlete.
He's probably quick, and that means that our defense has got to be on their toes. Our defensive line has got to be able to get in through the offensive line quickly and get him stopped.
Liam Villanueva takes his steps back, puts a hand into the air, checks with both sidelines. Here at Crane Youngworth, playoff football for the Bucks is live and going. This one booted all the way to Spearfish's 3-yard line, where it's scooped up. Hughes meets contact. He's brought down at the 16-yard line. Talk about energy there, TJ. Yankton is hyped up, and not so great starting field position for Spearfish right out of the gates.
And that was Carson Krall coming through everybody. It looked like he was going to get that tackle, slipped, but somehow he wrapped him up and took him down.
The official spot is from the 17-yard line. It's 1st and 10 here for the Spartans, who on offense, again led by Thomas Hughes as the starting quarterback. And Graham Hughes will be the starting running back. A pair of receivers on each side of the line. The first offensive play here of the game. Low snap and some trouble. This one thrown to the near side, caught, and up to the 19-yard line. That one could have been trouble. Instead, a pickup of a couple to Carson Sire.
And Hughes did a great job of picking up that low snap and collecting himself and getting the ball off.
This Yankton defensive front doesn't need a whole lot of help forcing pressure on the quarterback. So as you mentioned, Thomas Hughes able to just get the ball up. And when there's any chance or thought of it on the ground, you just want to get rid of it. He did a nice job, picks up 2. 2nd and 8 here for Spearfish, who is going to run that play clock. That's something. Don't be surprised if they run it all night long. They want to keep Yankton's offense off the field. That's something Coach Teason talked about. Put into motion here, but Hughes will take the snap. Whistles will blow, and laundry on the field. We'll see if it's an illegal shift on the offense. And it does feel like this one is going to get marched back. Be a false start on Spearfish, and that one, Skylar Bryant, the junior for the Spartans. 2nd and 13. And TJ, we've said it a bunch before, penalties can truly throw off an entire drive. Thomas Hughes works from the shotgun, moves Sire from the near side to the far side. The option now flips it out. Sire makes the catch up across the 15-yard line, falls to where he got last time, now back up to the 19-yard line. This will be a pickup of 5 for Thomas Hughes to Carson Sire, who has 2 catches for 7 yards. 3rd and 8 on the way. Yankton an opportunity for a quick stop here, as heading out to take a breather for the Bucks defense is Austin Conway. This is where you like to see some pressure on the quarterback. 10:30 to play in the first quarter. No score here. Spartans with the football. It's 3rd and 8 on their own 19-yard line. Bucks defense looking for a stop immediately. Ball is snapped, working from the shotgun. Some pressure here, lofts it up in the air, just has to throw it out of bounds. It falls incomplete. The Bucks defense gets a stop. 4th and 8 for Spearfish, and they'll have to punt this one away. And TJ, it couldn't have went much better for the Bucks defense on their first time on the field.
You know, Spearfish was doing a lot with shifting guys here and there. They were moving who was on the end and who wasn't, and putting guys in motion. Yankton just wasn't fooled.
And a little surprised to see no rushing attempts from Spearfish, as Teason mentioned how their offensive line really the strength of their team. Surprised they didn't try pushing that line of Yankton. So here's the punt high up, and a booming punt as Eidsness back to return for the Bucks. Dropped it, but he's able to fall back on it near his own 32-yard line. That one could have been trouble had he not gotten back on it.
Well, he didn't expect a punt quite like that. That was a fantastic punt. He has not seen many go over the top of him this year, and that one did.
And it was Sam Marcus on the punt for Spearfish. Before the game started, I was watching Marcus punting, and I was saying, keep an eye on him. He was punting from the 45-yard line and getting it out of the back of the end zone. And as you mentioned, a great punt. Yankton their first time on offense. They'll start from their own 32-yard line. Tate Bestie out of the shotgun will hand it off. Jason Lachek tries going up the middle, gets around the first defender, somehow falls forward. That was a tough earned yard there by Jason Lachek.
And normally Jace will break that tackle where he just had him by the foot. And normally Jace will run out of that, but he did a good job of holding on to him.
So 2nd and 8 here now for Yankton. One rushing attempt for Sedlacek. A strong set of receivers to the left side of Bestie, who has some time in the pocket. Fires across the middle as Hazelhorst open. Misses him, though. It falls incomplete. That's one Bestie would like to have back, as Hazelhorst was dashing across midfield. Had he caught that or hit him in stride, he might have been taking that one all the way into the end zone. Abe O'Brien and Eidsness to the left side. Boomsma and Hazelhorst to the right side here. It's 3rd and long for the Bucks. They need 8 yards here. Boomsma put into motion. They'll fake the jet sweep. Hey, Bestie fires it deep. Too much on it. Owen Eidsness, your intended receiver, and that one will bring up 4th down. And Yankton, one of the shorter possessions we've seen all year long, will be forced to punt it away. 9:23 to play in the first quarter. We are scoreless here at Crane Youngworth. Liam Villanueva here out on the field. And as we were just talking about good punters, TJ, Villanueva's got quite the leg on him. 4th and 8 from their own 34. Low snap. Villanueva scoops it up. A deep punt driven back inside. Spearfish is 20. Ball's on the ground, but able to jump on it just in time is Cade Vavruska. But that will put Spearfish well in their own territory within their own 15-yard line on offense.
You know, 2 punts, and we've had 2 return men drop a ball because it was over their head. That's saying something tonight.
So you can expect both punt returners are probably going to take a few extra steps back here next time they get the opportunity for a return. They've marked Spearfish at their own 14-yard line. 1st and 10, their second time on offense here. We have yet to see a first down in this game so far in the early stages of the first quarter. Hughes in a deep shotgun set here. Takes the snap, hands it off. Around the edge they go. Up to the 20, a nice pickup of 10 yards on that carry as that goes to Mick Bosch. Mick Bosch on his first attempt of the night will get 11 yards. And I just mentioned no first downs. There's your first one for Spearfish. They'll mark it at exactly 10 yards. Either way, it's 1st and 10, enough for a first down as Spearfish moves the chains. Edley Amaro jumped a little bit. Now the flags will fly. You got to imagine that one's against Yankton. And it will be encroachment. Both Edley Amaro Jr. and William Guzman-Ugovsky. That hard count of Spearfish got them jumping. They thought they were going to get a good read on it. Instead, it makes this 1st and 5. A short first down here for Spearfish. Looking to throw it. They fire it on the near side. This one caught. Vavruska has it. Thrown down after the line of gain. He'll pick up 6 yards. And again, moving the chains is Spearfish. Cale Hazelhorst on the tackle. And he leads the team in solo tackles as a cornerback. He's got another one there. Ball is now spotted at the 35-yard line of Spearfish. Spartans in control. 1st and 10 here. We're about 4 minutes into this one. Spartans with the football. They fake the handoff to Bosch. They'll throw it deep. That one well over the hands of Sire. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
And Carter Boomsman was in great coverage there. Even if he had hit him right in stride, Carter had a hand up and would have been able to potentially block that pass.
2nd and long here now for Spearfish. Again, we've only seen one rushing attempt from the Spartans to start this game, and you wonder if that's part of their game plan, was really to just kind of throw off Yankton's defense from what they usually do. Yankton usually is the team that's throwing the football a lot more with 2 high school teams on the field. 2nd and 10 here. Again, a deep shotgun for Hughes. Hughes looks to throw it now, faces pressure. Edley Amaro in pursuit. He flings it across the middle. This one coming down with it. What a catch! Spearfish, a huge pickup. Jack Coet, a huge pickup into Yankton territory.
You know, it looked like Gavin Johnson came down with that ball, but he was just bigger and stronger, came up and took it out of his arms.
Jack Coet, what a play. 6'3", 200 pounds, as you mentioned. Gavin Johnson just not able to quite match the size. He's 6 foot, 185. Coet just ripped the ball out of his hands, and that is the biggest play of the night by a wide margin. A 22-yard pickup from Thomas Hughes into Jack Coet, one of 3 receivers for Spearfish who have a reception in this game. As the play clock is running short, we got a timeout called by head coach Tom Teason of the Spartans. It's a Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break, locally owned for 4 generations. Call them for water softening and purification, salt, reverse osmosis needs, and bottled water. That's Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton.
As we continually strive to improve the quality of service we provide the Yankton community, the Garden of Memories Cemetery and Winston Ray Funeral Home are pleased to announce the completion of a brand new columbarium. This columbarium is constructed of granite, designed to withstand the test of time. It is for those families choosing cremation and features above-ground outdoor niches, which includes a bronze plaque to memorialize your loved one, as well as indoor glass front niches where families can create a unique memorial with pictures or other family heirlooms. For more information, please give us a call at the Winston Ray Funeral Home in Yankton.
As we return to Crane Youngworth Field, 1st and 10 here for the Spartans. They're now on Yankton's side of the field. This will be the first play for either offense in the opponent's territory after a 22-yard pickup for the Spartans. And Yankton's defense right now just trying to get a stop. That timeout by Coach Teason, you feel like the Bucks probably didn't mind getting that timeout and a little break in there. A duo of receivers on each side of the line here for Thomas Hughes. He'll take the snap, gives it up to Bosch. Bosch reverses to the other side of the field, now up across, somehow dives forward to the 40-yard line for a pickup of 3. Mick Bosch, a nice cut there in the middle of the field. Looked like the play was designed to go to that far side of the field, TJ. Instead, brings it inside. Only a pickup of 3, but felt like all 3 yards were gained off of that one move. 2nd down and 7. 7 minutes to play here. Again, they give it to Bosch up the middle. He'll fight for a couple yards. 3rd down for the Spartans offense. 5 yards to go. And now you start thinking if they don't get this, if they get a yard or 2, might be time to go for it in 4th down territory. Something to keep a note on is Gavin Johnson off the field getting looked at by trainers. Hopefully all right as a very important player. Handoff, no, they'll fake it. Hughes with it, has some pressure. This one nearly picked off. but a great effort by Tegan LaCroix, able to block that one straight down and force a 4th and 5. Now, TJ, you need 5 yards. It makes that 4th down call a little bit trickier. We'll see what the Spartans and Teason do. Looks like their offense is on the field.
Looks like they're staying on the field. And at this point on the field, it's too far for a field goal. You try to punt, you don't gain a lot. You might as well go for the first down.
And Spearfish will go for it. A big play here. 4th and 5. Out of the shotgun works Thomas Hughes. The Yankton Loyal making some noise in the crowd, stomping their feet, hoping for a big stop here. This could be a momentum shift in the game. Ball is on the 38-yard line of the Bucks. Hughes had some time to throw it, hits his man in stride, and it's caught at the Yankton 31. A pickup of 7 yards and a first down. Coed again with the catch. Right now, Yankton's defense just looking for a stop. They came out of the gates looking great, but now Spearfish moving the ball pretty easily against them, TJ.
Well, Spearfish seems to have settled into what is probably their more typical offense. They've stopped moving guys around. They're running variations of the same play over and over again.
And Muth did say to expect a lot of options. Hughes up the middle, fires it high, incomplete. Right now, Thomas Hughes with 9 pass attempts halfway through the first quarter. He's thrown 4 incompletions, and he's got over 40 yards through the air. 3 rushing attempts for the Spartans. They've all gone to Mick Bosch, which is a little surprising, as Mick Bosch wasn't even listed as the starting running back. It was Graham Hughes. We have yet to see him with a carry in this football game. You almost wonder if he was a bit of a smokescreen. 2nd and 10 here. Spearfish has moved the ball well at Yankton's 31 right now. 5:53 to play in the first quarter, no score. Hughes takes the snap, fakes it to Bosch, goes the other way around. Some trickery here. They go deep to Seiler. This one just knocked away. What a play, Yankton. Carter Boomsma comes up big time.
A lot of trickery on that play, but Carter Boomsma was able to collect himself, get himself back into position, and arm up, and knock that ball away.
And Carter Boomsma just showed why he is so important to this team. It was a fake reverse that turned into a pass attempt for Jack Coet, and it fell incomplete. I mean, how often do you see a fake reverse at the high school level? So Coet will be 0 for 1 here to start this football game, throwing it. 3rd and 10 here from the shotgun. They fake the handoff to Bosch. Now Hughes faces pressure. He's able to get some yards, stays on his feet, up to the 25-yard line before he's stopped. Ball came out, but I think they're going to say play was dead first.
Hughes runs the ball to the 27-yard line.
Thomas Hughes with his first carry here of the night. They'll credit him with 5 yards on it. It's 4th and 5 yet again, TJ. Felt like Yankton just couldn't quite get their hands on him. Hughes has watched his film. He knows when that defense is getting to him. Get out of there. Spearfish wants to go for it again. 4th and 5 from the Yankton 26. A big opportunity for the Bucks. Hughes looks to throw it again, facing pressure, steps up and gets through, across. He's got a first down and into the 10. A big pickup here for Spearfish. He'll get 15 yards on that carry. So Thomas Hughes in his last 2 gets 20 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Yankton 11, and now the Bucks really need a stop.
Thomas Hughes ran more like a running back on that play. He was just pulling out a guy's grasp left and right and picked up a big first down.
And it's something, not surprised, we mentioned it before, he's a returnman. He's going to be a good runner of the football. 1st and 10 from Yankton's 11 from the shotgun. Thomas Hughes fires it to the near side of the field. This one caught Vavruska, but laid down by Hazelhorst. A nice pickup, but you know he felt that one. Vavruska, his 2nd catch of the night, both went for exactly 6 yards. 2nd and 4 now. Ball is at Yankton's 5-yard line. Spearfish looking to get the scoring started here. Thomas Hughes again drops back to pass. He's going to roll out of the pocket on the far side, looking for anything. Lofts it across. Is this one picked off? No, it's incomplete. Looked like Yankton had an opportunity to send this one the other direction, TJ, but I'm sure they'll still take an incompletion.
Well, that was great coverage by Yankton on the secondary. It gave time to get some pressure onto Hughes, and he hasn't seen quite that much pressure in several plays.
Hughes definitely an athlete here behind center for Spearfish, making it awfully tricky for Yankton's defense, as even it feels like when they get some pressure, he's able to just sneak through. 3rd and 4 from the Bucks 5-yard line. Thomas Hughes takes it, gives it up to Bosch, runs it right up the middle. He'll get stuffed short of the line to gain. Mick Bosch gets a couple yards. 4th down again for Spearfish. We'll see if they take the points or if they go for it. It was 3rd and 4, now 4th and a long 2, short 3. They credit him with 1 yard on the carry. 3:30 to play here, and Spearfish wants to go for it again. Their 3rd 4th down attempt here in the first quarter in a drive that's taken a good amount of time. Hughes wants to run it on the far side, facing pressure. He'll be wrapped up at the 9-yard line, taken down. He'll get stopped. A turnover on downs. Miles Drotzman comes up with the play. Thomas Hughes is going to lose about 6 yards on that play. TJ, talk about a momentum swing there for this Bucks
Huge
team.
momentum swing, and it took the entire defense, it seemed like the entire right side, to stop him there. But there was enough of them in position to run him all the way to the sideline and get him down.
3:07 to play in the first. No score on our Fox Stop of Yankton's scoreboard. Yankton takes over on their own 10-yard line. They'll hand it off up the middle. Jason Lachek with some room. Dives forward. He's got a first down. Jason Lachek, a nice carry of 10 yards, and that's exactly what you like to see when you're pinned back deep in your own territory. Credit to the offensive line of the Bucks on that play. Open up a great hole. Sedlacek got a full head of steam before he met any contact. He'll get it again. Not as much luck this time as he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, looks like. 2nd and 10 on the way.
A little bit of a high snap there. It took the play a little longer to develop than they would have liked.
2nd and long here, Yankton. They'll roll Bestie out. Shifts his body, fires it. That one high, out of the reach of Hazelhorst. Hazelhorst wanted a pass interference call, but I think I agree with the no call. It didn't look like it was catchable.
Didn't look catchable, and the hit came right as the ball sailed over both of them.
A good play on the ball for the Spartans defense. 3rd down and 9 now for Yankton's offense, who's still looking for their first down. Or excuse me, second. It would be Owen Isis makes the catch at the 30-yard line up to the 32. And that'll be enough for a Yankton first down. A pickup of 10. And TJ, Owen Isis, shockingly enough, did not have a single catch last week. He gets it going early here with a huge 3rd down pickup. That is a player you need to get the ball for this Bucks offense. Eidsness will now shift from the near side to the far side. Edley Amaro, a part of the offensive line. They'll go his direction with Sedlacek. Keeps churning on his feet. Picks up 9 yards. Looked like he maybe had 2 yards. Somehow squeezes out 9. 2nd and short.
You know, we talk about it a lot, just how hard he runs. And that time he was able to gain 5-7 more yards.
2nd and 1. Again, they'll hand it off up the middle. Sedlacek crosses the 45, stays on his feet, stumbles across midfield and into Spearfish territory. A pickup of 10 yards on the carry. As Jay Sedlacek now, 3 of his 5 runs have gone for 9 yards or longer. Again, credit the Yankton defense as well as Sedlacek with some smart running here. 1st and 10, they move the football. 83 seconds to play in the first quarter. Sedlacek gets it again. He's brought down, picked up 2 yards on that carry. He was met with contact at the line of scrimmage and really just fell forward for those 2. 36 yards off of 6 carries for Sedlacek. 2nd and 8 for the Bucks. They're now on Spearfish's side of the field at the 47-yard line. 2nd and 8. Bestie with the option here, flips it out to Sedlacek. Sedlacek tries to bring it back, breaks tackles, now lowers a shoulder, hit to the 38-yard line. First down, Yankton, a 9-yard pickup, Sedlacek.
And Jay Sedlacek right now says, we're not going to stop here. We're going to keep going.
Jay Sedlacek right now is the heart and soul of this offense for the Bucks. 7 carries for 45 yards. And really, 3 defenders hit him on that play. And then it was the 4th and 5th defender to bring him down. Sedlacek yet again falls forward up to the 36. Looked like he got tripped at the line. Picks up 2. And right now, Jay Sedlacek is either getting 2 yards or 10 or more.
He's doing a great job. He's keeping his team right in this.
2nd and 8. The Bucks with the football. 12 seconds in our first quarter of play. Still no score here. Tate Bestie works it from the shotgun. Hands it off. This time to Easton Feeser. He's got a hole up to the 25-yard line. An 11-yard pickup as that one brings us to the end of our first quarter. 0-0, but Yankton moving the football. No score yet on the Fox stop of Yankton scoreboard at the corner of West City Limits Road and 30th Street, Yankton. A full-service convenience store with hot food, Godfather's Pizza, personal pizzas, sandwiches, munchies, and beverages. Pay at the pump, gas and diesel fuel, firewood, and propane exchange. We'll take a break. We'll be right back for the remaining 12 minutes of the second quarter in just a moment.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you gotta call Kalen's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kalen's to anyone.
Welcome to JR's Oasis, your one-stop food and gas shop. Proud to serve Phillips 66 regular, premium, and diesel fuel. After fueling, go inside for slushies and shakes, ice cream cones, and now offering a full line of healthy, chilled items and snacks. JR's hot menu is great for breakfast, lunch, and supper, featuring the famous Hammer Breakfast Sandwich and fresh hand patty burgers. Try the new Cafe Tango frozen coffees for that extra boost of deliciousness. JR's Oasis, East Highway 50, Yankton.
Back on the field here, it's 1st and 10 for the Bucks. They've got the ball on the 25-yard line of the Spartans, looking to be the first score here of the game. Into motion goes Eisnes. They'll give it to Sedlacek yet again. He rumbles and tumbles up for a pickup of 4 yards. It's going to take a whole crew to bring him down tonight, TJ.
And it did take the entire defensive line there to stop him and stand him up. He eventually did go down, but really it was lack of momentum there that stopped him.
Jay Sedlacek with 9 carries already in tonight's game. He's pacing for over 35 rushing attempts. We'll see if that keeps up or not. If he's going to be running the ball as well as he is, Muth might just ride him to a victory. 11:30 to play in the second quarter. Wing formation with a back on each side of Bestie, who now rolls out on the near side. Plenty of grass. He directs traffic. He'll take it himself and use his wheels to pick up the first down and extra. A 7-yard pickup. Tate Bestie, his first rushing attempt of the night. And that's something we've seen lately out of Bestie. He only runs it when he feels he needs to. And that's what a true quarterback does.
And he did a good job there making the right decision. He was able to pick up the first down.
Sedlacek back up the middle he goes. He had an opening. He'll be stuffed eventually. Looked like he got up to about the 7-yard line. And they'll give him about 7 yards on the carry. As whistles were blowing, but not sure. They didn't stop any play or clock. So a 7-yard pickup, Sedlacek. 2nd and 3, ball at the Spearfish 7-yard line. Eisnes again into motion, and now Sedlacek reverses, takes it outside, lowers the shoulder, gets in the 5-yard line, falls forward for a couple extra. A tough 3 yards he just picked up there. It's now 1st and goal. Jay Sedlacek is just running like a madman out on the field right now, TJ, looking for contact.
And he just picked up a guy who's listed at 6'1", 220 and pulled him along after he got hit with and taken backwards at first.
1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Tegan LaCroix to take the direct snap. Every time it's been a run, it'll stay the same as he follows his blocks and brings it in for a touchdown. Yankton leads the way 6-0. 10-12 to play here in the second quarter. Yankton, your first score of the night is Tegan LaCroix. It seems every time he gets a goal-to-go situation, He'll get a touchdown. Can you watch that replay on Yankton, streaming on YouTube, and it's brought to you by Yankton Winnelson, second generation, family owned and supporting the local community, including Yankton Athletics since 1981. Thanks for joining in tonight for playoff football. I'm Zach Spear, joined by TJ Stotz and Michael Schumacher on stream and camera. Kevin Ortiz here for the extra point to make it 7-0, and that one shot off to the left, and it will be no good. Your score remains the same, 6-0, but the Bucks lead it in the quarterfinals in the second quarter. We'll be back in a moment on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Midwest Insurance Agency values family. Our agency has been family-run for over 60 years. We pride ourselves on excellent, knowledgeable customer service. This day and age, everyone is so eager to have an immediate response with a quote. But at Midwest Insurance, we take our time and evaluate your assets and make sure you are properly insured. We take those what-ifs very seriously. As we continue on our family business with hopes of our children, Brooke or Jet, taking over in the future, we will continue to be there for you always. Come be a part of our family. Midwest Insurance Agency, 3016 Piper Street, Yankton.
6-0, Yankton leads it here. 10-12 to play in the first half. After a 4-yard touchdown run by Tegan LaCroix, they took it the entire field. TJ, a 90-yard drive on offense, and what could have been stopped early on a 3rd and 10, they just kept marching the football down. They get the first score, and talk about getting some momentum. You stop them on 4th and goal and go get a touchdown.
Well, I think that's the important piece there is what looked like it was turning into a Spearfish touchdown was a goal line stop, and then you drive the entire length of the field for a touchdown. Got to feel good for Yankton right now.
Villanueva to kick it off. The return men for the Spartans, Carson Sire and Thomas Hughes. And actually they've made a switch here on the near side is Jack Coet. It'll go to the side with Sire. He'll scoop it up around his own 10-yard line, up to the 20, now to the 26-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Decent starting field position here for Spearfish as the Bucks will head back out on defense again. TJ, it's a team that's given up 21 points in the last 3 games. No score allowed here in this one so far. This defense, again, has been as good as any unit we've seen as of late. 1st and 10, they've got the ball spotted at the 25-yard line. In a moment, we'll give you some score updates. We have one other game going on right now. And, well, we've got time as a little shift here and taking the time to get set up as Spearfish. Pierre currently leads T-Area 7-0, 6 minutes left in the first half. Out of the shotgun, they'll hand it off. Trying to take it to the far side is Bosch. Bounces off the first defender. Still on his feet, back trotting up to about the 41-yard line. He'll pick up 10+ and a first down for Spearfish out of the first play on this drive.
And I think Mick Bosch just showed you what Coach was talking about before the game, that he's able to take that ball and find his way through the line and then get extra yardage.
It all starts up front. Both coaches mentioned if you can win it in the trenches, you got to like your odds. And right now, Spearfish and Yankton's offensive lines feel like they've been winning the battles. Out of the shotgun again, they'll give it to Bosch. He'll bounce it further back, and he'll be met at the 40-yard line by a couple of Bucks defenders. Shoved out of bounds after a pickup of 4, 2nd and 6. Mick Bosch, a speedy runner. Again, though, Graham Hughes, we haven't seen a single carry for him. He was listed as the starting running back for the Spartans ahead of this game. Spartans definitely a slower moving offense, as now they'll fake the handoff on the option. Keeping it up the middle is Hughes. Hughes will be brought down around the 43-yard line. He'll pick up 3-ish yards. They'll give him a couple. It is 3rd and 4 here. That's a long 4. That looks more like a... Well, 3rd and 4 looks right, TJ. I was going to say 3rd and 5, but I stand corrected. 3rd and 4 here after a pickup of 3 for Thomas Hughes. Yankton's crowd stomping their feet here at Crane Youngworth. Under 9 minutes to play in the first half. 6-0 Yankton leads. Out of the shotgun works Hughes. Hughes will take the snap and drop back. He now moves it up, wants to run it himself. He's met with contact, gets the first down and into Yankton territory, though. A 12-yard pickup from his feet for Thomas Hughes. He's ran the ball well and efficiently. As another quick score update, Pierre TF Riggs now up 13-0 over T Area. Mad McQuaid on the stop there for the Yankton defense. If you're tuned in on Classic Hits 106.3 and would like to watch this game live, head to YouTube and search Yankton Streaming. Otherwise, it is on our website, kvht.com, to make it easy. The handoff here, Bosch. Bosch across the 45-yard line to the 40. He's brought down at the 35. We'll see if they give him enough for the first down. It does look like they're going to move the chains. They will. As Mick Bosch, that is his third attempt in 7 carries. That's went for 10 or more yards.
Bosch is doing a good job of starting out, trying to get around the end, but making good decisions to cut back when he needs to.
Yankton's defense right now looking to stop that run. For the most part, it has not been the passing game of Spearfish, but as Coach Teason talked about, he's got one of the best offensive lines that he has had in years. More likely than not, your run game is probably going to be the strength of your team. One receiver far to the left, 2 to the right here as they'll fake the handoff. The option for Hughes. He's going to throw it. He dumps it off. It's caught. Coet with some room to run across the 20 to the 10. One defender to get by. Dives in. Does he have enough for the touchdown? They're going to mark him out 1 yard shy. A 34-yard pickup from Thomas Hughes to Jack Coet. It'll be first and goal from the Yankton 1 yard line. TJ, that's a close one there.
Well, you're surprised that they were able to track him down, but that was a great play by Spearfish. They had so much going on and so many tools to use. They used all 3 of them and ended up getting almost in the end zone.
Coet was on the line to start that play, but then shifted out and just ran in the flats. And so it kind of threw Yankton off. Now a timeout called by Coach Muth of the Bucks. It's another Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break. When we return, 1st and 10, Spearfish threatening to tie this ball game up here on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube.
Whoa. I knew I should have had those brakes checked. At Graham Tire, it's all about safety. Tire mounting, balancing, wheel alignment, and shocks and struts and batteries, oil changes, and lube service. Graham Tire does these every day. And there's over an acre of tires. Graham Tire has them all, big and small. Tires for cars, trucks, campers, trailers, big rigs, and tracks. Honesty and integrity is a matter of pride since 1951. Graham Tire, Yankton.
Spearfish marching the ball down the field. It's first and goal from Yankton's 1 yard line. Now, Spearfish might be the number 8 seed, but 1 through 8 in AA this season has just been all over the place. You don't really know what's what until the game is over. Spartans first and goal from Yankton's 1 yard line. They've been able to run the ball efficiently. Out of the shotgun is Thomas Hughes. Hughes, a bad snap, and the flag will fly. As I'm sure Hughes may be okay with that, as he had both Mad McQuaid and Edley Amaro Jr. in his face, ready to throw him down. We'll await the call. There's 1 penalty on each side for a total of 10 yards. As the umpire now heading toward the 20-yard line. We'll wait on the call. It's getting marched back. It's going to be a false start against Spearfish. It'll stay first and goal, but now from the 6-yard line, and Yankton's got to be happy that they're able to get a penalty on Spearfish. You like your odds a little bit better. They got to stop on goal to go from the 6-yard line last time around. We'll see if they can do it again. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, along with an H-back and a running back. Bosch will get the handoff, tries bringing it to the outside, rings it in, touchdown. Whistles are blowing, though. Looked like a clear touchdown to me. But there's a flag, and this, you got to wonder if it's on Spearfish. That's just going to march the football even further back. Was it a hold? As the Spartans offense is moving the ball, or is marching backwards. It's against the Spartans. Ball spotted now at the 10-yard line. An illegal shift here for Spearfish, and back-to-back penalties has them at a first and goal situation. It's at about the 10.5-yard line here. Yankton a sigh of relief as they had just given up a touchdown on that last play. Extra point after could have given Spearfish their first lead of the game. Mick Bosch as the lead back here along with Thomas Hughes in the backfield. Hughes talking to his team before snapping the football. He'll take it, and he'll fake it to Bosch. Edley Amaro nearly got Hughes. Hughes tries to bring it back in. He'll be brought down for a loss of a yard.
Edley Amaro just came flying in there. He got an arm on Hughes, but Hughes was able to slip away, slowed him down enough that the Bucks defense was able to rally in behind and stop him.
Mad McQuaid able to come in and get the tackle for loss. Now, as a designed run play, that'll be a tackle for loss, not a sack for Mad McQuaid. 2nd and goal now, back up to the 12-yard line for Spearfish. 7:13 to play in the first half. Yankton leads at 6-0. Spartans with 2nd and goal, though. Out of the shotgun, they look to throw it. Hughes fires it far side, has a man open. It's caught at the 3-yard line, then lit up as Liam Getz. He took a shot there, but he'll pick up 9 yards to make it 3rd and goal from the 3. TJ is a chiropractor in town. How do you think he felt that shot?
Well, I'm sure he's going to be feeling that shot in the morning.
TJ, owner of the Bone Setter in Yankton, helping out on color commentary as he has all season long at Crane Youngworth. 3rd and goal here from the 3-yard line. Spearfish with the football, a handoff to Bosch. Bosch met at the line of scrimmage, thrown down. Mad McQuaid, another big play for this Bucks defense. 4th down for Spearfish. He'll lose a yard. 4th and goal from the 4. And TJ, in talking with any of the Bucks players, when they talk about Mad McQuaid, it's almost a little fear in their voice about him. He is just an animal, they say, and he will hit as hard as anybody. They'll give him back to the line of scrimmage, so it's 4th and goal from the 3-yard line. An opportunity for the Bucks to get another goal to go. 4th down stop. From the 3-yard line, Hughes with a pair of receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Play clock's going to hit 0, but a timeout called by Coach Teason of the Spartans. Another Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break here on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
6:13 to play in the first half. It's 4th and goal for Spearfish, who trails 6-0. They need 3 yards to get into the end zone. Otherwise, Yankton's defense will get another 4th down stop on a goal-to-go situation. No, they're going to kick the field goal, They look to take the points as it's Sam Marcus out on the field. This one will be a 20-yard attempt as that one is up. It hits the outright. No good. That one hit the far upright. And TJ, a little luck never hurt.
Never hurts. But I tell you what, you can sure feel these teams just playing their hearts out for playoff football tonight.
As my old man always says, I'd rather be lucky than good any day. The Bucks defense comes up with a little bit of luck here. A missed field goal attempt from Sam Marcus keeps this a shutout for the Bucks defense. 6:09 to play in the first half. Bucks lead 6-0. We have got an exciting game so far here, as now they're going to move the football up to the 20-yard line here for the Bucks. That's where they'll start on this drive. Last time they took it 90 yards. This time they look to move it 80 yards. It was a 4-yard touchdown run for Tegan LaCroix that got the Bucks on the board. Bestie takes the snap right back up the middle. Jason Lachek looked like a hole was going to develop as he followed his H-back Edley Amaro. Great job by the Spartans defense to close the gap. He falls forward for a gain of 1.
I think if he had been able to get one more step, he would have gone for quite a ways there.
Just looked like it was going to open up, and instead it did the exact opposite. 2nd and 9 here for this Bucks offense, who moves quickly as always. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Bestie, empty backfield is now. He's got all day to throw it, ends up just keeping it himself. Stretches out the football to try and get as many as possible. They'll give him about 2 yards on the pickup. 3rd and 7.
That was the right decision by Tate Bestie. There just wasn't anywhere to throw. He would have had to try to force it in, and that might have ended up with a pickoff.
So 3rd and 7 here from their own 23. We saw a similar situation, a 3rd and long in their last drive. They look to pick it up again as Owen Eisnest will shift as the slot receiver here. Bestie sitting in the pocket now, facing pressure. He'll be flushed out. Fires it deep, has an open man. Abel Bryant catches it, ball's on the ground, but scooped up by Yankton. Are they going to say an incomplete pass? They will say it's incomplete. And that would have been a huge pickup for Yankton. Instead, it's incomplete. 4th and 7 on the way. And TJ, I agree with the no-catch call, as it didn't look like he brought it down and got 2 steps in. Great job by the secondary of the Spartans to just come in, give him a lick, and pop that ball free.
I think he had control of it for just brief enough of a second, but didn't get the feet down. That's where it became an incomplete pass.
Tate Bestie now 1 for 5. Throwing the football for 10 yards. That one can't put too much on him as a late off the bench here for the Bucks. And to the line is Carson Krall. And now a flag will fly. You got to imagine it's a delay of game on Yankton. It will be, and a 5-yard penalty will push them back. Now, this is an important 5 yards. They weren't going to go for it, but they'll be pinned back on their own 18-yard line for this punt, and the return man in Sire is on his own 41-yard line. As Spearfish again will have an opportunity on offense here. A good snap this time here, a high booming punt as this one called for a fair catch at his own 36 as Sire. I mean, again, even after that first one, he backed up a couple extra steps, still had to back up on this one, TJ.
Excellent punting tonight. Of course, there's just not even a breeze on this field, so they're able to get that ball up in the air and send it quite a ways.
And really, the punting has been kind of the highlight here. Really impressed with these high school punters, as normally you don't see it quite as much as you have here tonight. 37-yard line is where they'll mark the Spartans on offense. They'll have 1st and 10. 6-0 your score remains. 5:16 to play in the second quarter. We've got an exciting one here tonight at Crane Youngworth. Again, winner of this game goes on to take on the winner of Watertown Sturgis Brown. Receivers on each side of the line from the shotgun is Hughes, but again they'll hand it off. Mick Bosch. Mick Bosch avoided Edley Amaro, gets around, tripped up to the 41-yard line. He'll pick up 4. That one looked like he maybe was going to break free for a long one, but Yankton's defense does a nice job in pursuit, able to avoid giving up that big play. 2nd and 6 with under 5 to play in the first half. Spearfish will be happy to let that play clock just tick. An ideal drive for them is a touchdown and not giving any time for the Bucks offense. We'll see what they can do here. 2nd and 6. Again into the hands of Bosch as he takes on the near side, cuts it back up into the middle before he's hit hard at the 46. But a nice pickup of 5 yards, 1 yard short of the first down. 3rd and 1 on the way. And Yankton's defense has been able to stop Spearfish from gaining a yard off of a run 3 times. Out of these 16 attempts, they look to get another one here as we near the 4-minute mark on the field. Can you hear the crowd here at Crane Youngworth starting to stomp? It's 3rd and 1, 12 on the play clock here. From the shotgun work, the Spartans taking the snap as Hughes. They'll go right back up the middle. Bosch has the first down and a few extra. Bosch makes his way to Yankton's 49, a 5-yard pickup in 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
Bosch is not going up the middle very much. He's starting most of his runs trying to go to the outside. I don't think the Bucks were expecting him to do that.
A shifty runner for sure out of Mick Bosch for the Spartans. A fresh set of downs here into Yankton territory. They've got it at the 49. Again, they will be happy to let that clock just tick. 3:25 to play in the first half. Yankton still leads it 6-0. Out of the shotgun, Hughes. He'll give it right back to Bosch, who again goes up the middle, tries to spin out of pressure. He's thrown down by just a slew of Yankton defenders. He'll pick up a couple. 2nd and long on the way. Mick Bosch with 12 rushing attempts. He now matches Jay Sedlacek as the most rushing attempts in the first half of this game. They have really leaned heavy on their running backs here, as we have a total of 19 attempted passes from the two teams. Second and long, Mick Bosch gets it again. Edley Amaro's on him immediately, drags him down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And Mick Bosch, no gain, 3rd and 8. TJ, a huge play. If Yankton gets the stop here, you feel like they've got a decent amount of time with 3 timeouts. It shows, no, I was right initially, 2 timeouts. Was looking at the down on the scoreboard there. 3rd and 8, 2:20 to play in the first half. Yankton looking for a stop defensively to keep a shutout first half rolling. The Spartans have had a few big plays when it mattered. 3rd and 8 is what they need here to get to Yankton's 39. Hughes loads up across the middle. It's caught. No, it's dropped. Coet had that one in his hands and just simply dropped it, but Tegan LaCroix knocked it away. That's one Coet you know would like to have back, TJ. He had it, and he got it even to his body, and still just lost it when LaCroix got a hand on it. So 4th down here, Yankton's defense, another stop. Eidsness for the return here for Yankton. 2:02 to play. Yankton with plenty of time and a couple of timeouts to try and add on to their lead heading into the half. Right now, a 1-possession game. 6-0 after a missed extra point. Good snap here as Marcus puts this one sky high, and Eidsness is going to let this one bounce around the 7-yard line. It'll take a bounce for Spearfish, and Yankton's going to be pinned on their own 3-yard line for this offensive set. 97 yards to go, 108 seconds to do it, but if there's an offense that can do it, TJ, it's probably the one that always runs in their 2-minute drill.
And tonight's no different. They've continued to run in their hurry-up offense. Even though they've taken their time just a little bit more on each play, they're ready to run this drill right now.
For Yankton, a long field to go here. And now you've got to worry about facing your own end zone. Sedlacek has been successful running the ball, and they'll run it with him up the middle. He'll pick up a few to give him some breathing room. A pickup of 3, 2nd and 7 on the way. And it's an important 3 yards. You feel like you just needed a few to get it. So even in your drop back, you're not quite in the end of the end zone, maybe towards the middle, where if Bestie faces pressure, he can just step forward out of it. An option here is Bestie's going to hang on to it himself. A nice pickup here. Gets the first down. Yankton moves the chains. And a 9-yard pickup from Tate Bestie. Read the defense well on that option, TJ. 1st and 10 for Yankton. 73 seconds to play, 1st and 10. They've got the football on their own 15-yard line, but a fresh set of downs, and they'll be going for it here. Bestie looks to throw this one, has all day in the pocket. Finally being forced to flush out, fakes the throw. He'll run out of bounds around the 17-yard line, picks up a couple. Kudos to that secondary of Spearfish. Tate Bestie sat in that pocket for 5+ seconds before finally running out. They'll mark him at the 8-yard line, a pickup of 3.
Even when he did get flushed out of the pocket, he ran all the way across the field. There's not very many secondaries that'll hold all of Yankton's receivers to where Tate Bestie can't throw the ball.
Sedlacek will move out of the backfield to start this play. Bestie throws it deep to Carter. Boomsma put too much on it, incomplete. We've seen a lot of that here tonight from both sides on offense, overthrowing the football, and you wonder if it's just that nerves here of the playoffs. 3rd and 7 for Yankton. Receiver far out. Eidsness in the slot, and as the H-back is Edley Amaro Jr. Bestie takes the snap. He'll hand it off. Jason Lachek up across the 20. Dives forward to the 25. I think he's got just enough for a first down. They do give it to him. A pickup of 7.5 yards. He needed 7. And now a timeout called by the Bucks off of the 14th rushing attempt. But TJ, 3rd and 7, you run it up the middle and you still get it. I mean, it just shows how efficient Sedlacek has been today.
And it makes it a lot easier for your offensive coordinator to call plays when you've got the confidence that you can run on 3rd and 7 and likely get a first down.
And with this hurry up and quick offense for Yankton, we'll just leave it here until the play. Don't want to miss any of the final 45 seconds as they had them adjust the clock up 1 additional second. But right now, when you've got to go 70 yards down the field, each second matters. An official 8-yard carry for Jason Sedlacek, and right now, he has got to be the team's MVP in this game so far. 14 carries, and has just been consistently moving the chains for Yankton. Tate Bestie 1 for 6 for 10 yards right now. A little unusual from the senior quarterback. Seems since that Sturgis game, this offense, the throwing game just hasn't quite been clicking. 1st and 10 here as Tate Bestie into the middle of the field. Wide open was Cale Hazelhorst. Brings it in for a big pickup.
Number 5, Carson Siren coverage. That's enough for a Yankton Bucks.
A 32-yard connection. Tate Bestie to Cale Hazelhorst. It moves the football into Spearfish territory now at the 26-yard line as whistle will blow here, and they're going to say it's a Yankton timeout or kind of some confusion. You saw the ball flipped out at the end there.
I think he downed the ball to stop the clock. But they did it so quickly, it was hard to see what was going on.
That was about the quickest snap I've ever seen. It was a spike 2nd and 10. But a 32-yarder there really puts Yankton in an opportunity to score here. 2nd and 10, immediate pressure for Bestie, who's just going to hang on to it, run it himself out of bounds. He'll pick up just a couple. 3rd and long again for the Bucks offense. Tate Bestie just made that decision right away.
And that was a great decision. I think Tate Bestie's making some great decisions today. He's running the ball when he needs to run the ball. He's pulling it down when he needs to. And there he got out of bounds to stop the clock.
We've seen him with a lot of time to run on earlier, or to throw on earlier plays, but this time he was just immediately pushed out and just had to make up a split-second decision. Am I running it or am I throwing it? He decided to run it. He took it 1 yard, and it'll be 3rd and long here for Yankton. Ball at the 43-yard line of Spearfish. Bestie drops back to pass again across the middle off of the hands of Owen Eidsness. Falls incomplete. It was nearly picked off. 4th and long, you got to figure Yankton probably going to punt this one away. The 7th incompletion from Tate Bestie of the night. And, well, maybe you just go for it as there's 22 seconds, and you think if I can drain 6 seconds off the clock on a play, they don't have enough time, and it seems that's what Yankton's going to do. Empty backfield here for Bestie. Had a quad of receivers to the left. Now the whistles will blow. And we've got a timeout called by Spearfish. That'll be their final timeout, and that pretty much will guarantee Yankton can run the play and not have to worry about Spearfish probably trying to get down the field outside of maybe a Hail Mary. Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton.
When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Murph's, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Murph's Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermilion. Maytag and Murph's, reliable just like you.
Back to the action, 4th down here for this Bucks offense. Still a quad of receivers off to the left side. Boomsma the lone to the right, and it will just be a punt here from Tate Bestie as that one will roll all the way into the end zone. A diving effort there by Boomsma to keep the touchback, but he was on the line as he dove to keep it out. 15 seconds to play in the first half. You've got to imagine Spearfish from their own 20-yard line just going to knee this one, take it into the half. A one-possession game as it's 6-0 Yankton leading. This has been a tight game, especially, you think on paper the number 1 seed, the number 8 seed. Usually you think, well, the number 1 seed's going to easily take care of business. This is a tough number 8 seed, and Yankton hasn't seen them yet this year. The Spartans with no timeouts and 15 seconds to play on their own 20-yard line. It will just be a knee out of the shotgun here for Thomas Hughes, as Hughes will lose a few yards. Doesn't really matter too much. But Yankton at the half, currently on top. They lead it 6-0 as we enter our Vichay Yankton halftime show. We'll have your halftime stats. Our highlighted player of the week had an interview with Drace Gaskins this week. You'll want to keep it tuned. You never know what you're going to get from the high schoolers, but really a great interview with Drace Gaskins. That's all coming up on the Vichay Yankton halftime show here on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Imagine working for a successful global business with customers in 140 countries. That's Vichay Intertechnology, a Fortune 1000 maker of electronic componentry. Now imagine a company of that size with that kind of stability and a caring family-like environment. Learn more about what you can do at Vichay by visiting VichayCareers.com. Vichay is an equal opportunity employer. Vichay, the DNA of tech.
There's a whole new world out there. It's called the off-road, and it's waiting to be explored in a Polaris. So gear up to make every moment count with the Polaris off-road vehicle. The new Polaris models are now available at Stockman's Motorsports in Yankton. No matter the weather, get ready to tackle all the trails. With machines like these, your world just gets bigger. Stop in at Stockman's Motorsports today to learn more about the epic new Polaris off-road lineup.
My name is Len Peterson, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. I think a big difference that Elkhorn Valley Bank offers customers is a quick turnaround in loan decision. We try to make a quick and accurate decision for our customers so they can get quick answers and run their businesses as smoothly as they can. A community banker builds a relationship, plain and simple. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family. We have an experienced and caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments. We take pride in educating our patients. Whether you need fillings, crowns or bridges, dental implants, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox, come visit us at 1818 Broadway Avenue. And remember, we take care of the entire family.
Doctors Lane, Reed, and Cole Swatsky make up the SWAT Chiropractic team. Check out their new location at 2000 Summit Street, Yankton, South Dakota. At SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, they'll treat your neck and back pain, headaches and migraines, plantar fasciitis, sciatica, sports injuries, elbow, knee, rotator cuff, nerve injuries, and more. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy. Let them get you ready for wherever life leads you.
Slumberland Furniture at 2401 Broadway in Yankton, home of Kirkland Furniture Groups, bedroom groups by Laguna, and dining sets by Tower and Catadel. They're also the only place to offer furniture by Flex Steel and the biggest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. The Mattress Gallery is full of the best brand name mattresses in the business, including the all-new Tempur-Pedic Active Breeze personalized climate-controlled mattress. Slumberland Furniture, dining, bedroom sets, and mattresses in Yankton.
Warmer days are coming, and sooner or later your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
Craving something boss-level delicious? Come out to Boss Pizza and Chicken, where flavor meets delicious and delicious meets drooling. Your taste buds won't be the same when you taste the bold flavors of Boss Pizza and Chicken. From crispy chicken to juicy burgers to handcrafted specialty pizzas, Boss has it all. Serving lunch and dinner Monday through Sunday starting at 11 o'clock. That's why they're the boss. Boss Pizza and Chicken, just waiting to crush your cravings.
Welcome to the Vishay Yankton Halftime Show. Vishay Yankton, building the DNA of tech. All the stats, game trends, and everything Yankton Bucks football now.
And welcome to the Vishay Yankton Halftime Show. Vishay Yankton, define the world's future. Vishay electronic components bring to life the world's most important products. Products that touch lives everywhere, every day. Vishay, building the DNA of tech. Time for your halftime stats here as Yankton leads 6-0 at the half. They'll also receive the second half kickoff. It has been a tight game, though, so far. Neither team budging at all. We'll start with your stats for the Spearfish Spartans. Running the football, Mick Bosch leads the way. 13 carries for 58 yards. 4.5 roughly yards per carry there. Thomas Hughes with 7 carries for 25 yards. Now, 3 of those, though, have went for negative yards. It's boom or bust so far with Thomas Hughes running the football. Hughes throwing the football, 8 of 15 for 91 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. We did see Jack Coet with 1 attempt on that reverse, the fake reverse, in which he threw it deep. It was nearly a big pickup and possibly a touchdown. Instead, it fell incomplete, so he'll be 0 for 1. Carson Sire, 2 catches with 7 yards. Jack Coet has 3 catches, 63 yards, leads his team in yards. Cade Vavruska, a couple of catches, 12 yards. And Liam Getz with 1 reception that went for 9 yards. 3 penalties so far on Spearfish for a total of 15 yards. 2 of them, though, with goal-to-go situations, and really feels like it took points off the board for Spearfish, who was scoreless at the half. For the Bucks, Jason Lachek leads the charge with 14 carries, 73 yards, just above 5 yards a carry. If you can run at an efficient clip of over 5 yards in the playoffs, a lot of times you're going to find yourself winning the football game. Tate Bestie with 5 attempts that have went for 22 yards, just over 4 yards per carry. Tegan LaCroix with 1 carry. It went for 4 yards, and he got the touchdown. Easton Feeser, 1 attempt, 11 yards. Tate Bestie throwing the football, 2 of 9, 42 yards. Kind of the story here is the passing game for Yankton really has not been able to get going as we know it can. And again, it just kind of feels like that offense hasn't quite clicked the same since that Sturgis game. We'll see if they're able to get it here in the second half against Spearfish. But at the same time, you're winning football games, and you're winning them by a good margin, so you're not necessarily worried about it. But it would be, great to see that pick up. And then catching the football for the Bucks, Owen Ides, this 1 reception for 10 yards. Cale Hazelhorse had the big one. 1 reception that went for 32 yards. You'd love to see Yankton getting some of those playmakers a little bit more opportunity. But again, we talked about how good Jason Lachek has been so far. There's no issues with running it 28 times with him. He's got 14 at the half. Only 2 penalties against Yankton. Both were 5-yard penalties for a total of 10 yards. TJ, it's 6-0. The Bucks currently lead this one. What did you see from each side in that first half?
Well, it's certainly not the game we thought we were going to see. These teams come out, and as you said, defense wins championships, and these 2 defenses are really going at each other. They're both wanting this game. But what we're also seeing is, you just said it, there's only been a small number of penalties in this game. The playoff jitters, so to speak, don't seem to be affecting us that way, but it would be nice to see our passing game start to come around. Assuming you do come away with a victory, next week you're going to have a team that's looking for revenge, and you're going to need that passing game.
And for Yankton and Spearfish, they come into this game averaging a combined nearly 60 points per game. Right now we are pacing for 12 total points. As we said, it's definitely not the game that we expected to get tonight. But Yankton's defense has been red hot. A couple of stops on goal-to-go situations, and Spearfish, give them all the credit in the world. They have played tough. They are anything but a normal 8 seed, as AA just is all over the place here so far this year. We'll see how that pans out. As a quick score update at the half, Pierre T.F. Riggs currently leads T-Area, the Titans, 14-0. So if Yankton does appear, it would be in the Dome in the championship game, as they're on opposite sides here of the bracket. But again, 6-0, your score on our Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard. As always, I got a chance to talk with one of the Bucks. This week it was senior Drace Gaskins. And again, just a really great interview from a great player who I loved it. He mentions how he didn't start last year on varsity, and he's like, well, even in the little leagues, I didn't start. So a big jump for a great player. Let's take a listen to that chat now. On our Vichy Yankton halftime show, our highlighted player of the week, Bucks senior Drace Gaskins. Drace, a great regular season. Tell me about what happened in that last game against the Colonels.
I think we just wanted to go out there and have fun, flow a little bit, fly around, and it was a great game.
The defense was firing on all cylinders. You guys have been for the last few weeks. What has been working so well for you and the other guys on that side of the ball?
I think that we didn't have a great start to our season, and a lot of people were doubting us, and we just felt like we needed to pick it up. And I guess I don't know where that happened along the lines, but as soon as it did, we knew we didn't want to drop that energy anymore.
And you and the team have made it to the playoffs as the number 1 seed. You now host Spearfish. What are you looking to see in this game?
I just want to it's been off and on. I feel like when our offense is really good, our defense falls a little short, and when our defense is done really good, our offense falls short, which, we pick each other up that way, but I want us to, both sides of the ball, just have fun out there and get the job done.
Before the season started, did you set any personal or team goals?
This is my first year starting, and I did a lot of work in my offseason to get here, so I just wanted to go. I knew that I could do what I wanted to do, so I just wanted to go out and do it.
And now making the Dome is what a lot of the teams strive for. What would that mean for you should you make it to the championship this year?
Obviously it'd mean a lot, but, Muth does a good job of, our men's sets on this week. It's not time to think about the Dome right now. It's time to think about this week and then next week, and then we'll get there. But senior year, that'd be something you never forget. But, yeah, that's the end goal.
And as a defensive lineman, you don't get many opportunities with the ball in your hands. Would you rather get an interception or a chance to run the ball on the 1-yard line for a possible touchdown?
I don't know. An interception would be fun, but I think it'd be cool to just put your head down and run into a pile of guys. So probably the 1-yard line.
And so what got you started in football, and how long have you been playing?
My parents put me in it when I was a little kid. I was playing flag football down by the softball fields, and then I just kept playing. And I've talked about this is my first year starting not only on the Yankton Varsity Bucks, but I never started in the little leagues either. Just was never really with it, and then I decided it's what I love, so yeah.
All right, Drace, now for your final question, you know the Oklahoma drill, right?
Yeah.
Who on the Bucks? If you lined everybody up in the Oklahoma drill, who's winning out of everyone?
Oh, that's a hard question. Out of everybody on the Bucks, our hardest hitter, I don't know, we got some good hitters. Mandel Quaid, he'll hit you. He'll keep going. Connie will hit you good. I think I'd like to think that I can hit some people pretty good too, but I think I'd give it to McQuaid.
All right, well, Drace, I appreciate the time. Let's see some big plays from you in the playoffs.
All righty, thanks.
Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts on the corner of 15th and Broadway in Yankton. Your full-service flower and gift store. Beautiful fresh flower arrangements to artificial arrangements. Gifts, sympathy, foodie items to snarky gifts. Stop by and let the gals at Pied Piper give you the personal service you deserve. Brighten your day and head to Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, where you'll find something new every time you go. Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts Yankton, they deliver. FloorTech Cleaning and Restoration in Yankton, Mitchell, and Norfolk and surrounding areas is the call you need to make when you need your carpets, ductwork, or a trauma cleanup. With 24-hour emergency services for fire and water, mold mitigation, and reconstruction services for residential and commercial properties. Locally owned and operated at 220 East 3rd Street in Yankton.
When your home or floor is wet, call FloorTech.
MT & RC Smith Insurance has been a part of the Yankton community since 1949. Our agency would love to help you with your home, auto, business, life, and long-term care insurance needs.
We take pride in providing you with quality service when you have a claim or need to make changes to your coverage.
The MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency is flexible to meet with you in person or at the office at 204 West 4th Street. Give them a call for insurance changes, payments, claims, or service requests.
Les Schwab Tires, located at 2809 Broadway in Yankton. It's the place to buy tires with all different tread types to fit your needs and rims ready to make your vehicle shine. Not only do they sell tires, they fix them too. Flats, brakes, alignments, and more. You can feel confident that your car will be taken care of. No waiting for your tires, they should have them in stock. If you're looking for tractor or semi-tires, those are available too. Les Schwab Tires, where the sign says it all.
Hi, it's Linda at Linda's Angel Crossing in Yankton. Ladies, come into the store for all your new fall clothing needs. There's Tribal, there's Lulu Bee, Ethel, and Southern Lady. The nursery has everything you need for gift giving, baptism, copper pearl bibs, magnetic sleepers, swaddlers, toddlers, clothing, and boys and girls Under Armour to size 7. Don't forget toys and little golden books. Linda's Angel Crossing in Yankton.
Authentic Mexican food goods with the family touch is here in Yankton at Angela's Mexican Store. From fresh produce and meats to the spices and the snacks you miss from home. Traveling or just moved? No problem. They accept money from many different countries. Check out the different kinds of money on the wall. Family owned, family loved. They treat you like family. Angela's Mexican Store, where culture meets community. Stop in today.
And back, it's still halftime here. The Bucks lead it 6-0 over the Spearfish Spartans. Again, winner of this game will take on the winner of Sturgis and Watertown. It's time for your Kalen's Indoor Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning. Halftime beyond the game. When you want comfort, you want Kalen's. So outside of athletics here for Yankton High School, tomorrow will be the high school all-state chorus and orchestra. That'll be at the Denny Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls. Then on Saturday, that will continue on. Neither have a time listed. You assume probably an all-day event. Then into next week for Monday, the high school SPED Families Transition Meet and Greet. That'll be from 3 to 7. High school parent-teacher conferences at all the high school classrooms 4 to 8 o'clock. There will also be Trailhead Learning Center parent-teacher conferences at the Trailhead Learning Center from 4 to 8 p.m. High school FAFSA Lab, 5:30 to 6:30. That'll be at the Yankton High School SAC Library, 129. High school cross country will have their end-of-year banquet at the middle school cafeteria from 6 to 7. And at 7, a marching band varsity event at Yankton High School, band room 175 at 7 o'clock. Into Tuesday, high school girls basketball open gyms from 6:45 to 7:30 a.m. High school one-act play informational meeting at 3:30 to 4:30. That's at high school room 146. High school wrestling with OPC testing on Tuesday at the high school wrestling room, 6:30 to 8 o'clock. Then Wednesday, a high school wrestling sign-up meeting. That'll be at the YCAH Theater. That's for both boys and girls from 7:30 until 8 a.m. And then into next week for Thursday, high school girls basketball open gyms again, 6:45 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Elementary parent-teacher conferences from 4 to 8. Trailhead Learning Center parent-teacher conferences from 4 to 8. High school competitive cheer end-of-season banquet, 6:30 to 7:30. The girls soccer will have an end-of-season banquet as well, 6:30 to 7:30. And a Young Gazelles basketball camp, 6:30 to 8 at the middle school North Gym, And then hopefully next Friday, more football for the Bucks as 12 minutes have been put onto the clock. Third quarter has started. Yankton leads 6-0 here as the second half underway. Eidsness fumbles the kickoff, scoops it up at his own 1-yard line. Will try to reverse field with it. Gets up to about his own 9-yard line before he's brought down. Not the start you're looking for, but flags fly late here in this one. As you heard a little reaction from the crowd there, TJ.
Well, I'm not sure what the crowd was reacting at, but that was not a play we're typically seen from Eidsness, and it looked like there was a little confusion between the two of them who was going to field that ball. He ended up bobbling it and went all the way back to the goal line. but he was able to pull it back out to the 10.
And they have moved it up. And, well, now the chains will move further back. Penalty on Yankton. That'll move them back even further in their own territory. Half the distance to the goal. They'll be put at the 5. Yankton's third penalty. Their third penalty. All have went for 5 yards each. So 1st and 10 for the Bucks, who lead 6-0. They're on their own 5-yard line, though. A long field to go here as a handoff. Sedlacek on the far side. Follows his blocker. Has some room to run across the 20 to the 22. A pickup of 17 for Jay Sedlacek. Will get Yankton right back into decent starting field position. Jay Sedlacek now up to 89 rushing yards in the game, nearing a 100-yard clip. A strong set formation here as a sweep across to Jay Sedlacek. Follows his blockers, squirts through the hole up to the 26-yard line. 5 yards on that carry. Sedlacek with carries 15 and 16 of the game. 2 offensive plays for the Bucks in the second half, both with Jace's name all over them. 2nd and 6 here. Again, they give it to Jay Sedlacek, who sets the edge. Reverses it back in up to the 38-yard line. A 12-yard pickup, and Jay Sedlacek over 100 yards already. TJ, there's no stopping him right now.
Well, he did a great job on 2 plays in a row. He knew exactly where he was and what he needed to do to get the yardage.
Out of the shotgun is Bestie. He's thrown the football 9 times, 2 completions. They fake the handoff this time for a play action. Throws it deep. Owen Eidsness just out of his outstretched hands. Incomplete. That one about as close as they come to Owen Eidsness' hands. And it'll be an incomplete pass for Bestie. Now 2 for 10 in the game. 10:45 to play in the third quarter. Plenty of action left. It's 6-0. The Bucks lead this one on your Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard. Bestie directly under center, takes the snap, hands it off. Easton Feaser met behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 4. Easton Feaser only his 2nd carry of the night. Spearfish just let that one go nowhere, TJ. And now Yankton backed way up, 3rd and 14. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Bestie out of the shotgun. Sedlacek, the running back. All day for Bestie yet again, who will bring it near side of the field. Directing traffic, stays behind the line of scrimmage, fires it. Is this one caught? They're going to say, was it an interception? Yes. They're going to give the interception to Spearfish, and Bestie was just trying to make some magic happen. And Thomas Hughes comes up with the interception. The quarterback on the other side picks off Yankton's quarterback, and Spearfish with good starting field position from their own 46. It's 1st and 10. And you think, TJ, he was trying to point his receivers. Clearly it didn't get through, as there was no one in the area besides Spartan defenders.
Well, I think that somebody got a hand on that ball, and it was tipped.
So throwing it right out of the gates here is Spearfish. They'll go deep. This one in and out of the hands, just dropped. And that one was a pass to the quarterback, Thomas Hughes. He went out for a route. He dropped it. He had a touchdown had he hung on to that one. The throw was from Owen Meredith, who's a freshman on the team. It was a really nice throw by Meredith. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10, and Yankton, kind of a sigh of relief there, as that one was going to go for 6 for Spearfish had he just hung on to it. Taking the snap here, and running with it is Hughes. Gets through the line of scrimmage up to the 1st down line where he's brought down. They'll give him enough credit for the 1st down, and Spearfish moves the ball into Yankton territory. A pickup of 11 on the run is Thomas Hughes' 8th carry of the night. Not often you see your starting quarterback go out for a route and then run the football for 11 yards.
And as he said to start the game, he's returning balls, he's throwing passes, he's going out for passes. Just shows just how versatile of a player he is.
Thomas Hughes for this team, he's only a junior, I want to add in. So Spearfish will happily have him back next year. A deep backfield here for Hughes. Into the middle it goes. Easton Feeser deflects it, incomplete. What a play by Easton Feeser. He didn't start the first few games for this Bucks defense, but it has been a night and day difference since he has returned, and the Bucks are happy to have him in a big play there, 2nd and 10. $9:19 to play in the third quarter here. Spartans with the football, taking some direction from Coach Teason. Yankton's defense ready to roll. His Spearfish team has not been the fastest moving offense, and that was part of their game plan, is to keep Yankton's offense off the field. Hughes, a designated quarterback run, tries to set the edge to the outside, picks up a yard, 3rd and 9. Hughes, no opportunity there, as there was multiple defenders in the area. They knew right away where that one was going and just got to his spot before him. 3rd and long here for Spearfish. Yankton's defense has not given up any points, and we are over halfway through this ball game. 3rd and 9, 13 on the play clock here for Spearfish, who's going to let it run. Yankton's home crowd stomping in the bleachers. 2 on the play clock. Thomas Hughes takes the snap out of the shotgun, reverses it backpedaling, now facing some pressure. In pursuit is Talon Kenny, fires it before the line of scrimmage. It's short, 4th down. Yankton comes up with a nice stop. So Thomas Hughes 0 for 2 to start the second half.
Been watching the defensive ends, and they have clearly been coached. Do not let Hughes out and around the end. They're doing everything they can. In fact, they're keen on Hughes. They're not going when the ball is rushed. They're staying with the quarterback, and that was a good example there where Hughes almost broke the edge, even though they were working to keep him in.
Sam Marcus out to punt it away for Spearfish. The 2 possessions, 2 punts to start this second half here. Not surprising, as we've got a 6-0 game, 8:22 to play here in the third quarter, as Spearfish will be booting this one away. As Marcus, the fake punt, lofts it high up in the air. It's a fight for the ball, falls incomplete, and that will be a turnover on downs. I can't believe they just went for a fake on 4th and 9, and Sam Marcus is now the 4th Spartan with a pass attempt in this game. Yankton's defense the stop.
And I got to hand it to Ivan Hirschman there, who recognized that ball was in the air, and he probably could have come down with it, but he grabbed it and threw it to the ground, getting the extra yardage at the turnover.
So Yankton now with good starting field position. They start at their own 42-yard line, 1st and 10 after another 4th down stop by the defense. Bestie out of the shotgun, a quick pass to the side, threw it above the hands of Abel Bryan, and again, this offense of Yankton just not clicking.
Well, this passing game needs to find their stride. There they were looking for a nice little quick pass that should have been an easy completion, but that's not how it turned out.
So you knew Spearfish was thinking this is going to Jay Sedlacek, and he's going to be running the ball. I like the play design, but just need to execute that one, feels like. Another quick throw here to the far side, incomplete again. Tate Bestie right now in the second half, 0 for 4, 1 interception, and this Yankton offense, you heard it with Joyce Gaskins talking about it. He said, well, it feels like when our defense plays great, our offense maybe doesn't play great. When our offense plays great, our defense doesn't quite play so great, and that really has been kind of the story of the season. Right now, Yankton's offense struggling against this Spearfish defense. Spearfish only gives up 17 points per game, though. Tate Bestie all day to throw across the middle. It goes in and out of the hands of Hazel Horst. A drop and an incomplete pass that was nearly intercepted. That one you can't put on Bestie. That one's got to be pulled in, TJ.
That one does have to be pulled in. There was no one there to get a hand on it. No one hit him early or even as he received the ball. It just dropped it. And then, luckily, the defender dropped the ball as well.
That one was put right into the Spartans' hands. And, again, not at the fault of Tate Bestie. That was a nice throw there. Would have been a first down and a lot extra. Instead, we've got a 4th down punt here as Villanueva boots this one up into the air. And a fair catch called for around the 12-yard line by Sire. As we haven't heard much from Carson Sire. He got the first 2 pass attempts out of the game, and really since he's been more of a return man only for Spearfish. But the Spartans with the football, and Yankton's defense back out onto the field, maybe a minute taken off the play clock after we saw 3 straight pass attempts all go incomplete for that Bucks offense. Again, you'd like to see them start working here in the second half. Your defense can hold up for only so long. You're going to have to put up more than 6 more likely than not. Thomas Hughes fakes the handoff, now looks to run it, faces pressure, somehow gets around and evades it, now at the 5-yard line, thrown out of bounds. TJ, I have no idea how he got out of that initially, but Madden McQuaid throws him out, and a big loss on that play.
And that was Edley Amaro Jr. stopping him coming off to this left side. Reversing course, he ran all the way into the end zone, came back across the field, and again almost broke the edge on the other side.
That'll go down as a loss of 7 yards for Thomas Hughes. They look to throw it this time. A quick dump off. This one caught, and breaking a tackle is Coet. Puts a shoulder down, gets up to about the 10-yard line. I would not want to get in his way there, TJ.
He just ran right through that tackle, pulled his leg free, and was able to pick up an extra 3 or 4 yards.
Something you don't see often is a Yankton Buck missed tackle. You rarely see that here, and it just gives a little hope for this Spearfish offense. Still 3rd and long as they need 12 yards. First down marker placed at the 23-yard line as Hughes has time to throw, launches this one deep. Sire nearly pulls in the one-handed grab, just bounces off, and he's going to be slow to get up. Hopefully he's all right, as right near the sideline he is, and almost you at first wondering if maybe he's, kicking himself for not catching it, but instead he is going to be down, and hopefully he's okay, as that'll bring up 4th and 12, as we'll take the camera off him and we'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Fourth and long here, deep in their own territory. You got to imagine they'll actually punt this one away, TJ. Owen Eidsness at midfield for the return here for the Spartans. And now Marcus will boot it. This one drops in Bucks territory. Eidsness an opportunity to return it. Tries shaking the first defender, slides down around the 50-yard line. And a short field for this Bucks offense, who again has struggled outside of the run game. The run game has worked well, but not so much throwing the football. Don't be surprised for a heavy dose of Jason Lachek here on this possession after 3 straight incomplete passes. Abe O'Brien, the receiver, far out. Eidsness in the slot. Otherwise, a heavy line and an H-back in Amaro. Eidsness will shift as Jason Lachek will take it up the middle. Follows where his H-back was, up to the 45-yard line. He picks up 5, 2nd and 5 on the way. And you like that a lot more than we saw 3 straight incomplete passes, TJ. You like a run of 5 yards on first down a lot better.
Gives them an opportunity now to perhaps complete a short pass and get some momentum back onto the passing game.
Out of the shotgun is Bessie. They fake the handoff to Feeser. They want to throw it. Edley Amaro Jr. pulls it in, and he is hard to bring down up to the 36-yard line. And now a flag will fly, and I got to wonder who it's on. Amaro's had a handful of those so far this year. It was after the play, so the 9-yard completion will stand. We'll see who it's on, though.
He got up pretty fired up. It's just a matter of which player the ref heard say what.
And, of course, we'll never know what is said in these plays and moments. You just got to take the official's word for it and assume, yeah, that probably is a deserved penalty. Again, you hope Edley Amaro not on him, as he's had quite a few of them throughout the season. As the official's still discussing this one here. And Amaro and the defender were certainly in each other's face. And it'll be a personal foul on each side. So for Yankton, it does feel like, doesn't really hurt anything. So offsetting penalties. And, well, Yankton maybe gets a little bit lucky there that this one isn't pushed back. So it'll be a first down with the ball spotted at the 36-yard line of Spearfish. Hazelhorst and Eidsness to the right. O'Brien far out to the left. Now a shift here from Eidsness into motion. Snap is bobbled and lost by Tate Bestie. Just falls on it at the 45-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 9 yards. Bestie did the smart thing, just drop on it, make sure to retain possession. He'll take a 9-yard loss, 2nd and 19. As now Yankton put into an almost guaranteed passing situation, but they ran it on 3rd and long and got it earlier, so we'll see. 2nd and what they say 18 here on the board as they do look to throw it. Bestie has some room to run, directs traffic, but he'll run out about the 40-yard line. He'll pick up 4 yards, and it's still 3rd and long. And that's the one, TJ, I feel like maybe I'd like to see him stand behind the line of scrimmage a little bit longer and just kind of hover there until that defender decides he's attacking you. The defender there did a nice job of kind of playing that middle ground where Bestie wasn't able to know, is he going to come at me or is he going to stay out in his zone coverage? Tegan LaCroix for a direct snap here. We'll see if he does take the snap. 3rd and long for Yankton. LaCroix gets it. He's just going to run it up the middle. Gets through the hole across the 30. Dives forward near the first down line. I think he might be short about a half yard, but it's certainly in go-for-it distance. Tegan LaCroix, they'll give him 13. He needed 14.
What a run by Tegan LaCroix there. He just stood up confidently, took the ball, and just went right after that Spartan defense.
So Tegan LaCroix looks like he's earned himself another run here. 4th and 1, takes the snap. Takes it to the near side, plenty of room to run. Breaks to the outside, the 20, first down Yankton.
Great job by Amaro there with his lead blocking. There was no way Spearfish was going to get to Tegan LaCroix on that play.
So Tegan LaCroix back-to-back carries. That one goes for 10 yards, and he got 23 on 2 carries. Before that had 1 attempt, 4 yards and a touchdown. They'll stick with it. LaCroix again on the near side, sets the edge, dives forward, picks up a few, and got about halfway to the first down line. Well, maybe not quite half. A few yards he'll pick up. A 3-yard. From the 13-yard line, Tate Bestie now back in as the quarterback as Tegan LaCroix took the last 3 snaps. They look to throw it here as Bestie. Bestie now stands behind the line of scrimmage, fires it out of the end zone.
And I think he was trying to get that out the back of the end zone. He was being rushed hard there at the end, couldn't see the open receiver, and just threw it out the back.
4 minutes, 6 seconds to play here in our first quarter of action. Yankton with a 3rd and 7 from the Spearfish 13. Bestie fires it, has a man wide open. Owen Eidsness, touchdown Bucks! A 13-yard touchdown, and the Bucks are on top. 2 possessions, whistles are blowing like crazy. And on the ground, I believe, is Owen Eidsness. We really hope he is okay. As 12-0, your new score here, as his team goes out to meet with him. The trainer out on the field. We will take a break. Again, Yankton just scored a touchdown. They're now up 12-0 here in our 3rd quarter of play. 4 minutes yet to go.
The Bonesetter Chiropractic, Yankton. I'm Dr. TJ Stotz. When you need chiropractic, we're here. We use a hands-on approach, decompression traction, electrical stimulation, acupuncture, and state-of-the-art examination techniques. We're happy to offer exercise and supplement advice as well. The Bonesetter Chiropractic, 215 Mulberry, Suite 9, Yankton. Call or text 605-401-5701, bringing you comfort when there's discomfort.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you a pic so you can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team. Fixing pickles since 1984.
And so Owen Eidsness able to get to the sideline here for his team. Would be a big loss if they're unable to play without him the rest of this game and possibly into next week. Bucks will go for 2 as they miss the initial extra point here as Tate Bestie has Sedlacek next to him. A trio of receivers to the left. Abe O'Brien, the lone receiver, to the right. Bestie takes the snap. He's going to roll out on the near side looking for anything. Just fires it up. Falls incomplete. It was deflected. That's one, TJ, I don't hate that you try to force in. It's a 2-point try. You just try and see if you can squeeze it in. But 12-0 your score.
Might as well go ahead and take the shot. And it's too bad Abe O'Brien slipped and fell. Otherwise, I think he might have had a really nice play right there.
12-0 your score. The Bucks lead with 4:05 to play in the third quarter here. We've got just over 15 minutes to play. We'll be back for kickoff on Classic Hits 106.3 in Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Triple Time Rudy's on the corner of 16th and Broadway, Yankton. Stop in and check out their wide variety of items. Grab some snacks, whether you want chips, popcorn, or something sweet, they have it. Ice cold beverages, or when you need that boost in the morning, coffee. You can also grab the best locally produced meats, meat sticks, and cheeses in the area. Guaranteed fresh. For those hot days, grab a Freezy too. Get all your car needs and 5 cents off a gallon when using cash. All at Triple Time Rudy's, Yankton.
Returning to the field, it's 12-0. The Yankton Bucks lead over the Spearfish Spartans with 4:05 to play here in the third quarter of action, as we'll take a look here at other area games. Right now, Sturgis Brown and Watertown, 6 minutes left in their second quarter. Sturgis Brown leads 14-7. Good game going on there. Winner of that game takes on the winner of this game. Huron on top of Brookings 7-0 early in the game. And Pierre TF Riggs up 21-7 over T-Area with 7 left in the third quarter of play. Villanueva, another kickoff, put some leg into this one. And it'll be scooped up at the 11-yard line for Spearfish. Sire tried to make a move but got nowhere. The 19-yard line is where he'll be brought down. Brennan Gilmore on the tackle for the Bucks, and they'll force Spearfish into a long field on offense. Game that started at 6 o'clock, an hour 40 minutes in, and we've got exactly 16 minutes of game time left. 4 yet to play here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line for Spearfish. They'll hand it off here. Following his blocker, still on his feet near the first down line is Mick Bosch. I thought he was getting stopped near the line of scrimmage, somehow shot through with a burst of speed. And he'll pick up 9 of the 10, I believe. No, they're going to move the chains now. So they'll give him just enough. And now they'll flip it to first down. Was right at that first down line. He'll get 10 yards on the carry. 3:30 to play here in the third quarter of action. Hughes looks to throw it on the near side of the field. Great coverage by Cale Hazelhorst. That was picture perfect by Hazelhorst. Great position, gets a hand up, knocks it down. No opportunity for a pass interference. I mean, that is one of the better plays I've seen in coverage all season long.
He had himself in perfect position, and Vavrusko, the receiver, ended up having to play defender. He had to reach over the top to knock that ball down.
Cade Vavruska has 2 catches for 12 yards. Those both came early in the game as he looks to get more involved in this one. Into motion moves Sire. They'll still give it up the middle. No, a fake handoff. Then they'll go to Sire, who makes the catch and dragged out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. He'll get half of the yards needed for the first down. A completion from Hughes. Carson Sire did not have a catch in this game since that first drive of Spearfish. Now gets his third of the game. 3rd and 5 coming up. The Bucks defense an opportunity for yet again another stop. They have held Spearfish scoreless so far. In the backfield is Mick Bosch along with Hughes. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and a tight end near the offensive line. Hughes has some time to throw it, gathers, fires it, caught at the 40, and a first down here for Spearfish, a pickup of 6. They needed 5 as Liam gets his second reception of the night. Spearfish is good at knowing where those chains are, TJ. They need 5. They're going to be curled right where that 5, maybe 6 is. 1st and 10, under 3 to play in the third quarter. As they'll break huddle. 12 on the play clock here for the Spartans. Working from the shotgun is Thomas Hughes. He'll take the snap and run it immediately to the far side of the field. Faced some pressure, got out of the initial. Now he fires it. This one dropped. It was in and out of the hands of Tegan LaCroix. Would have had interception number 5 on the season. Instead, it'll just be an incomplete pass. That would have been huge momentum-wise for Yankton.
I think Tegan LaCroix got a little tangled up with, surprisingly, Drace Gaskins, who had dropped back into a little bit of coverage for some reason.
And you know, with that mobile of a quarterback, sometimes you see some linemen doing some odd things there. Drace Gaskins doesn't exactly drop into coverage too frequently. 2nd and 10 for the Spartans. They've got the football on their own 41-yard line. Hughes looks to run it. He's facing pressure, goes down before the 40. He'll lose a few. A loss of 3, 3rd and 13.
And he was running away from Edley Amaro there, but Tegan LaCroix seemingly came out of nowhere and was able to chase him down. And as Hughes went to turn back, he saw Edley right there. There was nowhere to go.
Tegan LaCroix, a multi-sport athlete, and you saw the speed there that we look forward to seeing on the basketball court when the football season comes to an end. Minute 45 to play in the third quarter. 12-0. Yankton leads it. 3rd and 13 for this Spartans offense, who looks to get their first score of the game. Hughes drops back out of the shotgun, fires it near side, incomplete. The diving effort there was Jack Coet, unable to reel it in, as the 23rd pass attempt for Thomas Hughes falls incomplete. He's got 3 completions here in the second half to 5 incompletions. So Tegan LaCroix set to return this punt now. Again, earlier we did see Owen Eidsness getting looked at by the trainers. Hopefully all is well with the star receiver of this Bucks team. 94 seconds to play here. The punt. Marcus, a big leg, boots this one deep. It'll land at the 16-yard line of Yankton, and then it'll be touched at the 15. Yankton a long field to go, as it's been tough on offense for each side. We'll see if the Bucks have it in them to march the ball 85 yards. 1st and 10 for this offense. The one there's a few positives, but one real positive for this Yankton offense right now is how well they've ran the football. And when you're up 12 late in the game, running the football becomes a key component. Tate Bestie with the option, looks to hang on to it, goes back up the middle, picks up maybe a yard, is thrown down to the ground. You don't like to see your quarterback take a shot like that, especially on a 2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8.
And he decided to take the ball and cut up the middle awfully quickly on that option. He had a lot of field left. He could have stretched that out a little more.
Up to the 17-yard line. The ball will move under a minute to play now in the third quarter. Sedlacek moves out of the backfield as Bestie now looking to throw it. Bombs it deep. Carter Boomsma, the intended receiver, incomplete pass. Carson Sire in coverage, but we do have a flag on the play there. We'll see who it goes against. Will it be 3rd and long, or will Yankton get a little help from Spearfish? Both with 3 penalties. All penalties have been 5 yards in this game.
That was a great pass. It was right on where it needed to be, and normally Booms is going to drag that in. I don't know if he got a hand on that or just got in the way, but it sure looked like Booms just couldn't stay with the ball there for some reason.
Owen Eidsness is back out onto the field for the Bucks, so that is the very good news here. Still no sign from the official. It looks like it's going to go against Yankton as their team is backed up about 5-ish yards. We'll see what the official call is. Still haven't heard anything. And I believe it's a hold against Yankton. Is the umpire now. Will make the call. It is holding. It'll be half the distance to the goal. They were on about the 17-yard line. That's the longest penalty we've seen. An 8-yard penalty against Yankton for second and long. And the hold against Drace Gaskins, again our highlighted player of the week here during our Vichet Yankton halftime show. Bestie with a trips, receivers to the left, one to the right. High snap, but he fields it cleanly. Faces the pressure, loads up, puts it deep. Owen Eidsness, the intended receiver. That one, though, bounces off of the hands of Thomas Hughes of the Spartans. Now third in what feels like forever, 16 yards, as, again, another player on the ground here at Crane Youngworth. And looks like one of the defensive linemen will take a quick break. And, again, just hope. So far, everybody has been able to get up and be all right as far as injuries in this game, and we'll hope for that one more time.
Triple Time Rudy's on the corner of 16th and Broadway, Yankton. Stop in and check out their wide variety of items. Grab some snacks, whether you want chips, popcorn, or something sweet, they have it. Ice cold beverages, or when you need that boost in the morning, coffee. You can also grab the best locally produced meats, meat sticks, and cheeses in the area, guaranteed fresh. For those hot days, grab a Freezy too. Get all your car needs and 5 cents off a gallon when using cash. All at Triple Time Rudy's, Yankton.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small, just as it should be. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of choices to make sure you have the perfect coverage to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
For whatever plumbing needs that come your way, trust your local guys at Pfeiffer Plumbing and Heating of Yankton. Leaky faucets, boilers, or anything in between. Rest assured, it'll get done the right way. Looking for new plumbing? You got it. Pfeiffer Plumbing and Heating takes care of residential and commercial, from houses to hospitals to banks. Pfeiffer Plumbing and Heating of Yankton takes away the stress and provides great results. Locally owned and operated, and proud to support Yankton Athletics.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
Back on the field here as, again, slow moving to get off the field. Probably the last he sees the field here tonight for Yankton. 3rd and 16 for them. The shotgun. Tate Bestie throws it. Incomplete, it falls, but Abel Bryan, had he even brought that one in, you're thinking he probably is unable to get much more out of it. So back-to-back incompletions there for Bestie. Brings up 4th and 16 Yankton in an obvious punt situation here. Spearfish just hanging around in this game, but TJ, if they want to keep in it, they're going to have to score some points.
Well, the Buck defense has been bending but not breaking here tonight. They are doing a good job of keeping Spearfish out of the end zone, and keep them out of the end zone, you win a game.
Villanueva's punt nearly blocked, but a good one as it sails into Spearfish territory. Sire will call for the fair catch around the 48-yard line. Still a short field, though, here for the Spartans on offense, and it might be what they need to get that offense rolling just a little bit here. 29 seconds to play in the third quarter of action here on the field. 12-0, Yankton leads it, and has been able to shut out Spearfish's offense so far for the majority of the first three quarters. Only 29 seconds for the full three quarters. Thomas Hughes takes the snap. He'll give it up to Mick. Mick on the far side of the field, crosses midfield. He is just fast. Picks up about 7 yards. It'll be second and short.
And he was less tackled there as he was pushed by his own momentum out of bounds.
They'll say he stepped out of bounds a yard or two before where it looked like he maybe was actually out, or where I was originally thinking. A nice spot, though, there by the officials who are right on it. 2nd and 5 here now for the Spartans. We may or may not have our last play of the third quarter. Only 8 seconds on the play clock. And late, out of talking with the head coach there, is the quarterback. Again, they'll hand it off here. Mick Bosch will try and take it. He'll end up just losing a yard, as it'll be another third down. They'll give him up to the line of scrimmage. Mick Bosch, though, no yards gained on that carry as we wrap up our third quarter of play. 12 minutes to go for the Bucks to try and seal off a playoff victory here tonight at Crane Youngworth. The Bucks the 1 seed, the Spartans the 8 seed, but it doesn't feel like a 1 versus 8 seed. It's a close one. A 2-possession game, 12-0 when we return. Your Bucks on top.
Yankton Rexall in the Meridian District is your Hallmark headquarters this holiday season. Buy your Hallmark Christmas ornaments, nativity scenes, willow tree, and precious moments there. Find wedding and anniversary gifts and single serve Abdullah chocolates along with the new item, Gone Nuts. Yankton Rexall Pharmacy is there to help you with all your questions and prescription needs. Holiday shopping begins at the Yankton Rexall in downtown Yankton.
Back to the field. We've got 12 minutes of action left here on Classic Hits 106.3. If you'd like to watch the game live, Yankton streaming on YouTube. 12-0 your score with the Bucks on top. 3rd and 5 for the Spartans, who try to move the chains again. They'll fake the handoff. Hughes trying to get by Amaro. He does. Fires it deep. Last second. It's caught. Sire up inside the Bucks 10-yard line. What a play by Thomas Hughes to keep the play alive. A 28-yard pickup, and it's 1st and goal. Spearfish trying to make a game out of this one. They'll put him at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal for the Spartans. They've had this situation multiple times. Each time the Yankton defense has been able to come away with a stop. Mick Bosch has the running back, but they'll look to throw it. Hughes had time, and that one up the middle looked like maybe a hand got on it at the line there.
They said Tegan LaCroix broke that up, but I think Austin Conway got a hand on the ball, broke up that pass.
LaCroix in coverage, Conway on the line. 2nd and goal for Spearfish. They've really just not been able to capitalize on red zone situations here, and it's the reason Yankton leads 12-0. But the Spartans threatening to score here late in the game in the 4th quarter. They'll take the snap. They'll give it up to Mick. Mick met at the line of scrimmage, but somehow stays on his feet. Ends up driving forward for a yard. Bosch.
I got to say, I am impressed by Mick because he is taking big hits by big guys. He's not a very big guy, and he's staying on his feet, and he's continuing to drive forward.
Mick Bosch, 5'6", 175. As it's 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line here. A field goal would keep this a 2-possession lead for Yankton. Touchdown makes it a 1-possession lead. Spearfish needs this one. From the shotgun is Thomas Hughes, and Now a flag will fly. Who's it on? This is a big one.
Yankton's pointing at Spearfish here.
And it will be a false start against Spearfish, just driving them back. They just can't stop getting in their own way when they get a goal-to-go situation. So this will be marched back to the 13-yard line. Now 3rd and goal from that 13. 13 yards is a lot harder to get than 8. And you got to wonder, if you get no yards, do you go for it or kick the field goal? Field goal doesn't feel like it really helps you in this situation. 10:30 to play in the game. 12-0 Yankton leads. 3rd and goal from the 13 here. They'll loft it up high into the end zone. It's deep, out of play. 4th down.
And now it's decision time for Spearfish. It sure looks at the moment like they're going to go for it, which you're right. That 3 points doesn't really do much for them. They've struggled all game long to get in the end zone. They need a lot of points right now.
Yankton already with multiple stops on 4th and goal to go. Can they do it one more time? With it is Thomas Hughes. From the shotgun, that defensive front of Yankton might have just given him 5 yards. There was a jump, but who moved first? It will be an encroachment on Edley Amaro Jr. Now an 8-yard difference from the line of scrimmage and the end zone. 4th and goal. But TJ, that 5 yards has got to feel like a blessing for Spearfish. You like your odds a lot better. It's still difficult, but it's certainly better than 13. Still from the shotgun is Thomas Hughes, 2 receivers to each side. Takes the snap, fires it on the near side. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. It's a 1-possession game, 12-6. Coet with the 8-yard touchdown catch. And Spearfish finally gets on the board. And this is an interesting one, TJ. 12-6. Should they make the extra point, 12-7, then Yankton feels like they've got to score. The extra point attempt here is up, and it is good. 12-7, your new score on the Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard. When we return, the Bucks receive the kickoff. Can their offense get some points on the board? 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube. This is Bucks football.
Hi, I'm Franny Kiefer with the Yankton School District Alumni Association. We strive to create a community of alumni and friends who support extracurricular and educational opportunities in the Yankton School District through scholarships, grants, innovative education opportunities, and staff appreciation. With us, you will keep connected to a community of Yankton School District alumni and friends all over. You can help continue to pay it forward and help future graduates. Register today at the Yankton School District Alumni Association website.
12-7, your newest score. Yankton still leads, but Spearfish is making this one interesting. 10:18 to play in the game. The Spartans to kick off here with the Bucks to receive. TJ, this feels like a monstrous, an absolutely huge possession for Yankton.
Well, Yankton's really going to work to have a nice, long, sustained drive here. They'll take the points if they can get them early, but the sustained drive is going to make a big difference.
A long drive that ended in a 8-yard touchdown pass from Thomas Hughes to Jack Coet. And now for the kickoff here as a squib kick. Spearfish doesn't even want to give the returners of Yankton an opportunity, and they'll just fall on it at about the 26-yard line. Yankton with over 70 yards to go on the field.
With the amount of success that Yankton's seen in the running game so far tonight, we'll definitely see the first several plays here on the ground, I think.
Jason Logic has had quite a night, but you know what? 14 carries in the first half for 73 yards. Only 4 attempts in the second half. He's still taking them for 37 yards, though, and now a flag will fly, and I think it's on Yankton. Yankton just kind of getting in their way on offense today. And Cale Hazelhorst, the receiver, will get tagged with a false start. 1st and 15 now for the Bucks. And at the half, Sturgis Brown leads Watertown 14-7. Huron on top of Brookings 7-0, and a flag will fly again. And Pierre T.F. Riggs 28-7 on top of T-Area. And back-to-back false starts on Yankton. It'll make it 1st and 20. And this just feels like not the drive you wanted, TJ. We just talked about how big of a drive it is. You start it with back-to-back penalties. It is now 1st and 20 on their own 16-yard line. As Yankton will take the snap from the shotgun. Bestie wants to run it himself. Slowed down to avoid the initial pressure. It's a nice pickup on 1st. Up to the 23, he'll pick up 7 yards. 2nd and 13, and just get the ball moving. You need positive yards on each play. I like the decision on a quarterback run. Now they'll hand it off. Sedlacek up the middle. He's met around the 24-yard line, falls up to about the 28. A pickup of 5 yards, and it is 3rd and long here for Yankton. They need about 8 yards for the first down. 9.5 minutes to play here in the game. 12-7 Yankton leads, a 5-point lead, but you certainly don't feel comfortable up 5 if you don't get points on this one. Clock will continue to tick. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. By himself on the near side, Owen Eidsness matches up against Sire in coverage. 5 on the play clock. Bestie takes the snap, drops back to pass, has some time, fires it to Owen Eidsness. It's caught right around the first down line. I think he's got enough for a first down. I'm not sure they're giving it to him. He got about 7.5 of a needed 8. They are going to, no, now they move the chains late. 1st and 10 Yankton.
Well, and that was nice to see a nice pass out to Eidsness. We need to see a little bit of momentum out of the passing game. We've said that several times now.
3 catches, 31 yards, and a touchdown for Eidsness. To Sedlacek again, a handoff here. Reverses back up the middle of the field, crosses the 40. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A pickup of 6, and Jay Sedlacek, his worst run so far in the second half, still went for 4 yards. You've just got to love it from your star running back. 2nd and 4, 8:30 now to play. That's in the game in its entirety. That's 2 hours and 6 minutes old. If you're looking for more football, we're also covering Freeman Mary and Freeman Academy. That's on 5 Star streaming on YouTube with Gage Ravelette and Parker Orr on the call. 2nd and 4 Yankton. We don't see him do this often, but they are going to use that play clock. Another handoff. Jason Lachek avoids the first defender, crosses up for a first down. Somehow snuck through for a 5-yard pickup. Jason Lachek having arguably the best game of the year.
And he showed why he's such an effective runner right there. He was knocked entirely off balance and backwards. He still was able to switch direction and get back upfield again. And now we've got a 1st and 10.
Jason Lachek has done it all in tonight's game. 7:37 now to play here. 1st and 10 for the Bucks. Into motion moves Eidsness. Once again, Sedlacek will get it. Patient running. Bursts through a hole across the 40 into Spearfish territory up to the 29-yard line. A 24-yard rush attempt for Jay Sedlacek. Sedlacek hit the hole and just hit it with speed. Yankton moves the ball and the chains. Sedlacek well over 100 yards, no touchdowns, but he's really been the catalyst that this Yankton offense needs as we near the 7-minute mark Yankton with the football on Spearfish's 28-yard line. Eidsness around the end. They'll go with Sedlacek. Sedlacek lowers his shoulder, and he'll be stopped for a pickup of 3 yards. That is his shortest carry of the second half, but if that's the shortest carry, you'll take it. If you get 3 yards every play, that's a guaranteed first down. 2nd and 7 for the Bucks. 6:30 to play now in the game. They're up 12-7. Spearfish needs a stop here. A touchdown feels like for Yankton would really give them a great chance of a win. A field goal keeps it a one-possession game. Eidsness from the near side to the far side, taking the snap out of the shotgun is Bestie. Reversing side of the field is Sedlacek for a nice pickup of 4 yards. 3rd and short on the way.
That's not a usual play we see Sedlacek make. He stopped himself and completely reversed back to the other side of the field and found an end to slip around.
3rd and 3 yards to go here. The Bucks on offense as Sedlacek will sub out now. An empty backfield for Tate Bestie. 2 receivers close to the line on the far side. A tight end on his left side. Now Eidsness will move into motion. A jet sweep as Eidsness will take it as he's wrapped up but moves forward about to the 20-yard line. He's not going to have enough for a first down. He's a couple yards short. 4th and 2. Here's the interesting call, TJ. Do you just take the points or do you go for it? Field goal does not make it a 2-possession game, but it gives you an 8-point lead. It's 4th and 2 yards. Under 5 minutes to play here. It looks like Yankton wants to go for it. Tegan LaCroix, a direct snap here. This could be the game tonight. Whistle will blow, and it's a timeout by Coach Teason of the Spartans. A Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break. We'll take the break and be back for a huge 4th down in a moment on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Your local KFC Taco Bell at 2504 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton offers 2 menus combined into one. Something for everyone at KFC Taco Bell. When your family's hungry and can't decide between crispy chicken and mashed potatoes or tacos, burritos, and protein bowls, well, you don't have to choose. Get the best of both worlds in one stop. Cool down with the legendary Baja Blast Freeze or heat things up with a variety of hot sauces. KFC Taco Bell Yankton. Why pick one when you can have both?
4th and 2 for the Bucks. 4:46 to play in the game. They lead it 12-7. A huge play for each side. Spearfish feels like they absolutely need to get a stop here on the field. Tegan LaCroix remains in the backfield for a direct snap. He'll take it, and he's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 3 yards, and Spearfish gets a much-needed stop. What a play by the Spartans defense to get a stop, and now a chance to go and win this game.
Spearfish did a great job there. They showed blitz on the left side, sat through the hard count, and then blitzed from the right side and was able to take Tegan LaCroix down.
4:41 to play. Time is not the issue right now for the Spartans, as they still have 2 timeouts left. The issue for them is they've only scored once on this Bucks defense, and it was their last possession. Yankton back on defense. They lead 5. A touchdown gives Spearfish the lead, but they've got a ways to go. 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. They'll hand it off. Mick Bosch with it. Patient running. Decides to send it up the middle. He'll pick up 2. 2nd and 8. What a finish this game is going to come down to. If you're tuned in on Classic Hits 106.3, if you'd like to watch this game live as it happens, Yankton streaming on YouTube. We have another player down on the field here, and we've had plenty of them. It looks like Edley Amaro, as we'll take the camera off of him, and we will take a break and be back in a moment.
Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team specializing in all things heating and cooling, as well as heat and glow gas, wood, and electric fireplaces, humidifiers and dehumidifiers, and all styles of ductless mini-split systems. Whether you are building or remodeling, our team of innovative experts will get you the correct equipment and indoor air quality accessories you need for your home or business. Remember, Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team for all things heating and cooling for the past 77 years. Go Bucks and Gazelles.
Back to the field, Edley Amaro quick to the sideline. As a fumbled snap here, Hughes will be forced to take it himself, but he crosses the line of scrimmage and picks up a few for 3 yards. Amaro Jr. is on the sideline. It was a pickup of 3 from the legs of Thomas Hughes. 3rd and 5 here on the field. Ball is spotted at the 28 of the Spartans. They need to get to Yankton's 33-yard line. 3:45 to play in the game as Hughes throws it. This one caught Sire. Sire has it around the 33-yard line. Looks like he's got just enough for a first down. He'll pick up 5 yards on it. He needed 4.
Little bit of a risky running route there. He came back at the quarterback, which meant that he was running behind the yard to gain, but he was able to curl back around and just pick up the first down.
That was a tough play right there by Carson Sire, the junior, 6'3", 190. He's hard to bring down, and that's exactly. He really just forced himself across that first down line. 3.5 minutes to play now. 12-7 Yankton leads. Spearfish with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back to passes Hughes. Hughes puts some air on it. Coet, did he get his feet in? No. That would have been a toe tap highlight play for Jack Coet had he brought it in. Instead, it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 here for the Spartans.
Just at the end of the play, LaCroix came in, kind of sailed up over the top of him. I think he took enough momentum to pull him out of bounds.
And that play certainly would have given Spearfish some momentum. 2nd and 10 on their own 34-yard line. They need to go 66 yards. Again, time really isn't the issue here as they've got 2 timeouts over 3 minutes. It's just can they keep moving the chains, and Yankton doing their best to stop it. 2nd and 10 here. Amaro back in the game for the Bucks. Hughes again looking to throw it. This one caught. Vavruska at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and 3rd and 5 yet again. Cade Vavruska, his first catch since the first half. Another 3rd down here for this Bucks defense. We cross the 3-minute mark here on the field. Where would you rather be than at Crane Youngworth Field tonight as the Bucks in the quarterfinals in a 1-possession game against the Spearfish Spartans? 2 receivers far to the left, 1 to the right as Hughes will drop back. Now facing pressure. This one incomplete. It's 4th down. Vavruska was the intended receiver. Hazelhorse was the defender. And now with 2:41 to play and only 2 timeouts, feel like Spearfish almost has to go for it. Otherwise, Yankton would just need 1 first down to ice this game on the other side. Crowd is getting loud here at Crane. A hard count here for the Spartans trying to get Yankton to jump off sides. It's a long 5. I don't think an offsides would even give the first down. And now a timeout called by Coach Teason, a Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break.
Looking for a photo that actually looks like you, but better? At Meridian Photo, we specialize in capturing personality, not just poses. Whether it's headshots, high school seniors, family sessions, or team and individual sports photos, we'll make you look like a legend. We've just landed in the Meridian District of Yankton. Book your session today at meridian-photo.com or give us a call at 605-655-4598. Meridian Photo. Be you. You deserve.
Back to Crane Youngworth Field. It is 12-7. The Bucks lead with 2:41 to play in the state quarterfinals. Winner advances to take on the winner of Sturgis Brown and Watertown. Loser goes home. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Zach Spear alongside TJ Stotz on color commentary. Also owner of the Bone Setter in Yankton, and Michael Schumacher helping with stream and camera here. A huge 4th down play for the Spartans offense. It is loud at Crane Youngworth here tonight. From the shotgun is Thomas Hughes. He drops back to pass. Has some time, fires it. His receiver stumbled. It's intercepted. It's going the other direction. Tegan LaCroix pulls it in. Tegan LaCroix, the huge defensive stop, picks off Hughes and gives his team the ball with under 3 minutes to play.
Tegan LaCroix really showed up for his team at the end of that drive. He had a knockdown pass. He really took down a guy very, very hard just a couple plays ago, and now he comes up with a big interception.
So at the 44-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now, just as keeping track, Hazelhorst at 6 interceptions, LaCroix up to 5 interceptions. They did say it's a little bit of a competition between the two. A strong formation here with the lead back. Sidlacek puts his shoulder down, drives it forward for a pickup of 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Sidlacek was just following his H-back in Edley Amaro Jr. Spearfish does not call a timeout here now. They've only got one left. They'll try to play it smart. Realistically, 1 first down for Yankton should be able to ice this game. Can they get it done? 2nd and 6 from Spearfish's 40-yard line. 12 still on the play clock as we're under 2 minutes to play here at Crane Youngworth. 4 seconds now. The handoff again, Jason Lacek gets into contact, somehow avoids going down immediately, and then gets up to the 36-yard line, picks up another 4. Jason Lacek has been as consistent as you can ask for from your running back. Clock continues to tick. It'll be around a minute left by the time Yankton snaps the football. Again, only 1 timeout for Spearfish. A first down has Yankton winning this game. Can they get it done? This play here could determine the game. 12-7 Yankton leads with 75 seconds to play, 10 on the play clock. Out of the shotgun is Tate Bestie along with Jace Sidlacek as the lead back. Jace gets it. He's got the first down. He falls forward to the 31-yard line, and it's a 5-yard pickup for Sidlacek. Yankton should win this game. All Yankton has to do from here is not fumble the football. The clock ticks. Spearfish only has 1 timeout. Jace Sidlacek, who else? He's done it all game, TJ. Who else would you expect to pick up a crucial first down?
And he has done such a great job tonight of holding onto the ball, running hard, getting extra yards when we needed the extra yards.
1st and 10, 35 seconds. Bestie will take the snap, takes it to a knee. We'll see. Spearfish not even going to call their timeout in hopes of a miraculous comeback. Yankton is going to come out victorious in this one here tonight with your final score, 12-7. The Bucks win this one, and they await their opponent. They'll take on either Sturgis Brown or Watertown here at Crane Youngworth next Friday. It should be a great game. Right now, Sturgis and Watertown just tied it up at 14 apiece. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. That is one to keep an eye on here tonight. But the Bucks come up with a huge win, 12-7. Your final score. We'll have final stats, what's up to come, our chat with one of the assistant coaches, all on its way on our First Dakota National Bank postgame show on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Looking to buy a home or maybe sell? Trust the name that puts you first. America's Best Realty. From your first showing to the final signature, their expert agents guide you every step of the way. Fast closings, top market value, and real service you can count on. Your dream home, they will find it. Selling fast, they will make it happen. Call America's Best Realty at 605-260-1600. America's Best Realty, because you deserve the best.
Larson Carpet has all your flooring needs. Step into their showroom to see a wide selection of all types of flooring. They have soft and luxurious carpet that's sure to bring comfort to your home. Stylized tile to make any room pop. Different color options of hardwood to make matching easy. And convenient vinyl plank for when spills happen. Of course, with the best customer service in the area. Their knowledgeable staff will make sure to answer any questions you might have. Larson Carpet, 212 Walnut.
Do you realize what your Yankton Hy-Vee has to offer? Aisles online, delivery, catering, fresh floral and bakery departments, pharmacy with drive-up, and online prescription refills, Hy-Vee Health Market, dietitian service, fresh seafood department, U.S. Postal Substation, take and bake for breakfast, and family meal deals. Yes, all that and more is at your Yankton Hy-Vee, located on the corner of 21st Street and Broadway Avenue in Yankton.
Dive into the delicious all-you-can-eat Asian buffet, featuring mouth-watering Asian cuisine like broccoli beef, General Chicken, sesame chicken, so much more. Or choose from a fresh selection of meats, noodles, rice, vegetables, Asian-inspired sauces, and watch them sizzle on the Mongolian grill. Plus tantalizing desserts, including ice cream. Get your fill at King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, North Broadway, Yankton.
Weather around here gets pretty crazy. Are you sure the weather hasn't caused damage to your roof? Let Justice at H&H Roofing in Yankton take any roof damage worries away. He'll come and inspect your roof. Even if you've had an inspection, get a second opinion or re-inspection for your peace of mind. H&H Roofing has built their reputation on working to satisfy homeowners for years. Family owned and operated. H&H Roofing is bonded and insured. Contact Justice today.
Do you like to read? I love to read. So does Raven Books, your unique bookstore in Yankton, where you'll find thousands of books from brand new to gently used oldies but goodies, all at unbeatable prices. Trade in your old favorites for credit and be able to explore something new. Whether you're a casual reader or a bookworm, Raven Books is your next chapter, located at 804 Bill Baggs Road. Raven Books, where every book finds a home.
If you're into hunting, fishing, towing, or just want to blaze the trail, All Seasons has ATVs, UTVs, dirt bikes, and scooters from quality brands like Honda, Yamaha, and CF Moto. Needing watercraft? All Seasons has a large selection of quality boats and wave runners, and we take pride in service after the sale. We have friendly certified technicians that will winterize, summarize, diagnose, and repair your power sports equipment. In business for over 20 years for good reasons. We're All Seasons, Power Sports and Marine in Yankton.
From simple sniffles to complex health conditions, the primary care providers at Yankton Medical Clinic will not only see you for your annual visits, screenings, and preventative care, but also provides care for the entire family, from pediatrics to adults. With 4 clinic locations and 15 outreach locations throughout South Dakota and Nebraska, compassionate, quality medical care is closer than you think. For more information on providers, services, and locations, visit our website, yanktonmedicalclinic.com.
And into our First Dakota National Bank post-game show. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers for over 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey with 2 locations, downtown and North Broadway. Yankton, the Bucks come away with a 12-7 victory, and they await to see if they'll play Sturgis Brown or Watertown, who are tied up at 14 apiece halfway through their third quarter. Your final stats for the Spearfish Spartans: Thomas Hughes with 12 carries for 30 yards. Mick Bosch, 18 attempts, 76 yards. Thomas Hughes throwing the football, 15 of 32 for 153 yards, had 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jack Coet went 0 for 1 throwing the football. Owen Meredith went 0 for 1 throwing the football. And Sam Marcus went 0 for 1 throwing the football off of a fake punt attempt. Carson Sire had 5 receptions, 45 yards. Jack Coet with 5 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown. Cade Vavruska, 3 receptions, 17 yards, and Liam Getz, 2 catches, 15 yards. Spearfish with 4 penalties that went for 20 yards. For the Bucks, Jason Lachek really led the team this week. 27 attempts, 171 yards, that's 6.3 yards per carry. Tate Bestie had 10 attempts, 24 yards. Tegan LaCroix, 5 attempts, 27 yards, and a touchdown. Easton Feeser, 2 rushes for 7 yards, and Owen Ides, 1 carry, went for 1 yard. Tate Bessie throwing the football, 5 for 20, 72 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. 25% completion percentage, but doesn't matter. The Bucks get it done here tonight. Eisnes with 3 receptions. That went for 31 yards, 1 touchdown. Cale Hazelhorst had a catch for 32 yards, and Edley Amaro Jr., 1 reception, 9 yards. The Bucks with 7 penalties for only 38 yards, a fairly clean game. It's time for your Kaiser Heating and Cooling hot hand of the game. Yankton's original and most trusted heating and cooling professionals for over 76 years. Kaiser Heating and Cooling, 808 West 23rd Street of Yankton. And TJ, you and I were talking, pretty obvious choice of who the hot hands of the game would be.
Jay Sedlacek, he really did carry his team to victory tonight. He did a fantastic job of getting first downs when he needed first downs, positive yardage on almost all plays that he ran the ball tonight.
Again, we await an assistant coach after a big victory like this. Sometimes you wonder, they get a little sidetracked, maybe don't remember. We'll keep on our First Dakota National Bank postgame show some score updates. Again, Yankton defeats Spearfish 12-7. They are the first of 4 teams to advance to the semifinals. Pierre TF Riggs well on their way to the semifinals on the opposite side of the bracket, as they're on top of T area with 2 minutes to play, 35-7. You can write them in the semifinals. Sturgis Brown and Watertown tied up at 14 apiece. Winner of that game will take on Yankton next Friday. And with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, a great game. Huron, 1 possession game lead over Brookings, 7-0. It's going to be interesting in Double-A. One thing I've noticed in every single coach I've talked with for the last 4 or 5 weeks, they all say the same exact thing. The parity in Double-A is unrivaled this year. You just don't know. It's on any given week, any team could come out victorious. Again, Jay Sedlacek is our Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton hot hands of the game. We'll take one final break and see if we can get a chat with one of the assistant coaches. If not, we'll wrap it up and let you know what is yet to come here on Classic Hits 106.3 in Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
As we continually strive to improve the quality of service we provide the Yankton community, the Garden of Memories Cemetery and Winston Ray Funeral Home are pleased to announce the completion of a brand new columbarium. This columbarium is constructed of granite, designed to withstand the test of time. It is for those families choosing cremation and features above-ground outdoor niches, which includes a bronze plaque to memorialize your loved one, as well as indoor glass front niches where families can create a unique memorial with pictures or other family heirlooms. For more information, please give us a call at the Winston Ray Funeral Home in Yankton.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you gotta call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
And out of the First Dakota National Bank post-game show, now chatting with assistant coach Schwach. Coach, first of all, congratulations on a huge win.
Yes, thank you. It's a win's a win this time of year.
Win is a win, especially when you get to the playoffs. 12-7. That is now the 4th straight game. The defense has only given up 7 points. But talk about bend, don't break defense. 3 stops with a 4th and goal against that Spartans offense.
Yeah, you know that you took the words right out of my mouth. Take credit to Spearfish, made some great plays on 3rd down. We just couldn't get off a few times, but when it came down to it, we bent but didn't break. Guys toughened up and made some great plays.
One player had just an absolutely fantastic game here tonight. It was Jay Sedlacek. Over 170 yards through the ground, over 6 yards a carry. What's it like just trusting your back? These last 2 weeks feels like he's hit a whole nother level.
Oh, man, Jace was fantastic tonight. There wasn't a play, I don't think, where he didn't fall forward. Especially us on the defensive side. We're sitting there watching Jace run, and that's such a huge advantage for us to catch our breath. And, love Jace. Great game by him, and really like him going for these next 2 games.
And as you mentioned, falling forward, he's about 6 feet tall. Even if you just hit the line of scrimmage and fall forward, you're going to get about 2 yards. He did just that. Now, at times, the offense looked a little out of sync in that passing game. How do you look to try and get that rolling into next week?
You know, I think just happened to be one of those nights. It looked good in practice all week, so I don't think a lot of adjustments need to be made. I think Coach said at the end of the game, we can settle down and enjoy the win and get back to work and do our thing.
And I'm not sure if you've had a chance to check on some score updates. Right now, Watertown and Sturgis Brown tied up late into the third quarter. I assume there's going to be some film watching tonight of the remainder of this game.
Yeah, I think we're going to get everything closed down here, and we'll probably get ready right for the end of it. So two good teams, Watertown and Sturgis, two tough teams. I'm guessing that's been a smash-mouth physical football game, and we look forward to which one of those two we have.
And now you've got a week of practice upcoming. You've got 8 days until next time we're back here at Crane Youngworth. What is that week going to look like?
It's nice now to get off these Thursday schedules. They kind of, I guess, keep you on your toes a bit, but a chance to heal up a bit, get a lot of film watched up, and, maybe start trick-or-treating a little bit earlier tomorrow.
There you go. And tomorrow, Halloween, that is nice to get the game out of the way. But again, congrats, Coach. A big win. It was hard-fought, 12-7, but congrats on the victory. You guys are headed to the semifinals.
Hey, appreciate it. We're excited. Thank you, guys.
Again, that was assistant coach Schwach here on our First Go to National Bank post-game show. TJ, what a game, though, here for Yankton. What do you look forward to next week now?
Well, now next week, the playoff jitters are a little bit behind you, but you really don't go away, especially when you're going to go up against a team that's going to be playing, as Coach just said, smash mouth football. Next week, we're going to have to bring our best to get past whoever we got next.
Again, it'll be either Sturgis Brown or Watertown. We'll keep you updated on who it is, when that game is going to take place, but I can guarantee one thing. It'll be here on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube. For the final time tonight, I'm Zach Spear for TJ Stotz and Michael Schumacher. Have yourself a great rest of your night.
This has been a presentation of Yankton Bucks football on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube. Brought to you by our corporate sponsor, First Dakota National Bank of Yankton, and the following Sportscaster Club members: Midwest Insurance Agency, Murph's Appliance, Yankton Thrive, Stockman's Motorsports, Les Schwab Tires, MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency, Linda's Angel Crossing, Hy-Vee, Boss's Pizza and Chicken, Bechet, Elwood Dental, Raven Books, Floor Tech Cleaning and Restoration, Angela's Mexican Store, Yankton Rexall, KFC Taco Bell, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Dragonfly, Slumberland, Larry's Heating and Cooling, America's Best Realty, Larson Carpet, Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, Kaiser Heating and Cooling, Yankton Medical Clinic, All Seasons Power Sports, Winston Ray Funeral Home and Cremation Service, JR's Oasis, Intech Cleaning and Restoration, The Bone Setter, Kalen's Indoor Comfort, Triple Time Rudy's, Farmers Union Insurance, Meridian Photo, Graham Tire, Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts Yankton, and H&H Roofing. For everything Yankton Bucks football, tune in to Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton Streaming.